Make them sick, Mike Vick.
I like the way you move. Ooh, I like the way. I like the way. I like the way you move. Ooh, I like the way.
I'm back.
Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! When I move, you move.
Just like that.
Hell yeah, hey Falcons, run that back. How we not gonna win? The team is sick, nothing but touchdown passes off Michael Vick. If you 21 and up, stand up, say it with me.
We love you, Michael.
I love you too.
Stand up!
I know more than my leg was broken that day in August. But since then, I've put in the work.
Hell yeah, hey Falcons, run that back.
Now my time
When I move, you move.
is our time. It's been 15 long weeks, and with each one, you've made me stronger, more determined than ever to come back and help our team, our city, regain that swagger.
Touchdown! When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
They say a broken bone once healed, way stronger than it was before. Well, I'm definitely stronger, and rest assured, I will never be broken. To all the fans, thank you. To the rest of the league, I'm back.
Stand up!
You know what, girls? What? I don't think they're ready for him.
And at quarterback from Virginia Tech, number 7,
One of the game's brightest stars, Michael Vick, takes the field to a standing ovation for his first start of the year. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Patrick. It's great to have you with us. The Atlanta Falcons season ended before it even began when Michael Vick broke his leg in preseason. His return tonight is not just a massive upgrade at the quarterback position. His very presence elevates the game of everyone around him, and there is a remarkable buzz in this city for a football team that is only 2-10. This is a huge night for the Panthers because they can clinch the NFC South. New Orleans lost earlier in the day. This is a team that has won 6 games this year by 3 points or less, 3 in overtime, and they have done it the old-fashioned way. And, Joe, that means it all starts with Stephen Davis.
Mike, it does start with Stephen Davis, but it almost didn't. He was released by the Washington Redskins and was really looking for a home. He just wanted some place where he'd have an opportunity to carry the football. He fulfilled John Fox's dreams. John Fox says, we're going to build our football team about being tough and running the football. That's exactly what Stephen Davis does. Speaking about running the football, how about Michael Vick? The most exciting player in football is back. He's been away, and this is the beginning of a season for him. I talked to him on Friday. He said he's nervous, he's scared, but he can't wait to get out on the field just to see what he's able to do. And, Mike, I have to tell you, Michael Vick, to me, is one of those very special people that when he steps on a field, you're right, everybody gets excited.
Well, that's for sure. Thank you, Joe. A lot of people think that the Carolina Panthers have the best front four in the entire National Football League. But, Paul, even great players can be made to look bad by Michael Vick.
Yeah, but Carolina does have a good defensive line, highlighted by their 2 sack masters, Julius Peppers, and Mike Rucker. Now, these 2 guys are going to have to change their pass rushing skills tonight. The reason for that is because they got to keep Michael Vick in the pocket. They cannot let him get outside. And we talked to John Fox, the coach of Carolina, yesterday, and he said Michael Vick, we do know, is the fastest quarterback in the league. He may be the fastest running back in the National Football League. And Mike Rucker knows on any given play, Michael Vick can take your breath away.
Here we go. Hey, we like a pack of wolves, and we ate 8 in a while. It's been 2 weeks since we ate. We got to get some food. Let's go. Eat on 3. 1, 2, 3.
How's it going?
Hey, you know, holidays never seem to go quite right.
Really? You know, with BestBuy.com, you can shop right from home.
Without any hassles.
Get free shipping at our biggest store, BestBuy.com. Thousands of possibilities. Get yours.
I'm a giver. If somebody's spilling it, I give them the rock. When the man cuts back door, I give him the no-look ooh. When someone thinks all I'm gonna do is give it up, I give him a little woo, woo. My name is Bear. Steve. My name is Starberry. I create momentum.
NBA Live 2004 with freestyle. Rated E for everyone.
I create with freestyle.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Are you up for a challenge? Then log on to ESPN.com, keyword Porsche, and take the Porsche Performance Challenge. You could win a trip to Houston to celebrate the big game and have lunch with a football legend. Welcome back to the Georgia Dome in Atlanta for the Panthers and the Falcons. Visa presents ESPN Skycam, innovative technology on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Visa Skycam provides some of the most unique and memorable images ever seen from angles no other single camera in the world can achieve. We're excited to bring it to you every Sunday night. While Michael Vick's preseason injury was devastating, there may be a silver lining in every cloud. With that, here's Susie Colbert.
Well, the bottom line is that Michael Vick appreciates the game so much more. And he learned how much better he can be if he truly dives into the playbook. He admits that last year he relied too much on his natural ability. But by watching and learning, now he understands the value of study and preparation. Now when he drops back, he understands his protections, his progressions. He knows exactly where he wants to go with the football. Can you imagine the guy who's already the fastest on the field with a cannon of an arm says that the game should be easier now? He's eager to put his newfound understanding of the game to the test. Michael Vick, better than ever. Can't wait to see this.
They say a broken bone once healed, way stronger than it was before. Well, I'm definitely stronger. And rest assured, I will never be broken. To all the fans, thank you. To the rest of the league, I'm back.
The stock market has changed, and this time we're going to change with it.
Well, I'm doing more homework now, and I need information I can trust.
And that's why we developed Schwab Equity Ratings.
I don't want to make the same mistakes I made in the past.
Schwab Equity Ratings are fact-based evaluations of a stock's potential performance.
I want a better way to find quality stocks.
Call 1-888-8-SCHWAB to get your 3 free Schwab Equity Ratings on stocks of your choice and to find out how you can get up to 25 commission-free trades. Get a clear perspective on your investment decisions.
ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
The NFC South is on the line for the Carolina Panthers tonight. They can win it almost by default. They would be 9-4. New Orleans, Tampa Bay, both under 500. Atlanta trailing the field. John Fox now in his second year. He has turned around a franchise that had stumbled badly and was at the bottom of the NFL. 2 years away from 1-15. He's got a chance for a division title.
Isn't that nice to see a coach get, 1-15? Honestly, Joe, the only place you can go is up, and he's taking them up.
Well, he has, but he gave them direction. He said, what we want to be is we want to be a tough football team. We want to play 60 minutes of football, and we'll win it at the end. And that's what they've done all year, whether it's the end of regulation or going all the way into overtime.
Jay Feely has been a good kickoff man for this Falcons club, and Rod Smart, he hate me from the XFL, is back to receive. Kicked away from him, and Ricky Prohl will take it back. The Panthers' offensive line is tough. Rookie right tackle Jordan Gross has been a bonus as the number 8 overall pick in the draft. It's been a breakout year for Steve Smith, approaching his first 1,000-yard season. He was tied for 10th in the NFL in catches with 65 starting the weekend. Stephen Davis, the heart of the offense. He already has the club rushing record, number 2 in the NFL, 1,258 yards. Brad Hoover is the blocking back in motion, and Jake Delhomme to throw on first down and airs it out for Smith. Underthrown and intercepted by Jerron Bolden.
Boy, you just had to believe that Carolina was going to come out and try and pound the ball. But a great job by Bolden. He really doesn't bite. He's a big, long strider. He's 6'2", 207, and Steve Smith is only 5'9".
And here comes Michael Vick. In his third year out of Virginia Tech, he got a taste of action a week ago. Now he makes his first start of the 2003 season. Vick retreating, and this is what they came to see. Throws just before he's hit and gets the completion to T.J. Duckett. That is Michael Vick.
Did you see Greg Favors, the linebacker, come flying up, and he figures he's got Michael Vick in his sights, and he's going to lay him out. Michael Vick stops and throws a pass.
As a quarterback, you always like to get hit a little bit early. Gets the butterflies out. But you don't plan on running 80 yards before you get hit. Look what he does. He goes back. This is a designed rollout to the left. And then all of a sudden, he just turns it into a track meet between Favors and Julius Peppers. And then a little dump off. You know, you're not going to believe this, but he feels a lot better now after that.
You're right. I don't believe it. He got pancaked. 2nd and 3. Flag is down. And Vick throws over the middle, incomplete thanks to Minter's wicked hit on Kozlowski.
Well, I'll tell you, they've got this Carolina team jumping. You know, you have to be anxious playing against Michael Vick because you just know that everything that you do on the defensive line, and as good as they are, they just know that they have to be patient and they have to be sure where Michael is at all times.
First down on the 5-yard penalty. The nose of the ball just into Carolina territory. Duckett is the running back. The injury to Warwick Dunn, a foot injury that put him on IR, leaves them basically with Duckett as the ground game. And the big running back will get it, stuffed in the hole immediately by Brian Allen. Falcons' offensive line has had problems. Todd Weiner, with a reputation for not making mistakes, has been the steadiest. Peerless Price was their big free agent prize. He's played well, especially with the quarterback situation. Now he might be able to shine with Vick's return. His broken leg cost the Falcons any chance at a playoff run this year.
What you see that red line, that is the line of scrimmage. We're going to give you an idea where the line of scrimmage is, so as Michael Vick runs around, you'll see how far he goes past it or behind it.
Duckett reaches the 46. Panthers have a great front four. Mike Rucker came into the weekend tied for the NFL lead in sacks, a career-high 12. Will Witherspoon moved to the middle tonight with Dan Morgan sidelined. He played there a lot last year for the injured Morgan. And the secondary has been a question mark, but Mike Minter has held it together. He is #1 on the team in tackles, and he smacks people.
All right, Michael Vick, knock it off. They didn't come here to see you hand the ball off. And these people are watching to watch you throw. No, I didn't. Throw it.
Kevin Schaefer, the left tackle, moved. Mike Rucker, the right end, came
Ball
across.
starts, 76, offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
It's really something. This is all about Michael Vick. There's an anxiousness of the offensive line. There's an anxiousness here on Michael Rucker, number 93. As you see, Schaefer just move a little bit. And notice the rush. When people jump offside, you get an idea. Rucker went way outside of Schaefer. He's not coming inside. It's all about containing Michael Vick.
And Schaefer is in there at left tackle because the veteran Bob Whitfield is on IR. Carolina jumped again, but it didn't look like they were caught offside. Vick scrambling, throws across his body and nobody home. Intended for Finneran, but he pulled up short.
You know, he threw that thing across his body 55 yards. 55 yards he threw that ball without even being set. Here's Michael Vick now. Now watch. He sees containment. It's breaking down in the middle. He goes to the outside. Julius Peppers is coming from behind to hit him, but he just let that ball fly.
Now, I talked about the first hit he took, getting the butterflies out. The butterflies are already gone. That one hurt.
Steve Smith is deep for the punt of Chris Moore. He waits it to 10. And now Moore on the fake. Wants to throw it, tosses it down the middle, incomplete.
Well, it wouldn't have been good anyway because they had all these guys downfield. I don't know ever.
The whole team was downfield.
I don't know what Chris was even thinking about. You've got to try to get the ball off.
Well, the thing is you at least ought to tell the lineman what you're going to do if you've got a fake punt. I mean, you really do. It's like, look, Dan Reeves is saying, what was that?
All right, Chris Moore is back in punt formation. Just take a look at it. The snap is perfect.
Play, both on the offense. Ineligible receiver number 50 and number 55 illegally downfield. That penalty was declined. Result of the play, first down, Carolina, timeout.
Well, they could have listed 5 other guys downfield as well. Big break. Carolina will take over at midfield.
My code name is 13, and I was a pawn in a dark conspiracy. It started with an assassination, but it could end with the death of me. My enemies have robbed me of my memories, my identity, and my life. Now I'm going to show them why. 13 is their unlucky number.
Rated M for mature.
Are you keeping warm?
Yes, Mom.
Are you getting enough to eat? Hey, honey.
Hi, Mom. Are you gonna call me every day?
I just want to know you're okay.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
For the most worldwide coverage, reach out. On the wireless service America trusts. AT&T Wireless.
Is that cool or what? I know. It's incredible.
The 450 horsepower Porsche Cayenne Turbo. There is no substitute.
Bitter rivals meet in Hockeytown on ESPN Thursday Night Hockey. Brett Hall and the storied Detroit Red Wings face off against the Chicago Blackhawks. Chicago, Detroit, Thursday at 9. The NHL on ESPN, made in America.
0-0 early first quarter. The Falcons go for the gimmick play. Fake the punt, throw a pass. It's incomplete, and Carolina takes over in Atlanta territory.
They faked they faked the punt, and then they faked their whole team out because everybody was downfield.
No matter how you analyze that, it wasn't a good decision. Carolina is basically a running team. Pin them back, put your defense out on the field.
Instead, you have given them a short field to work with. Stephen Davis pounds straight ahead to the 44. The Falcon defense has struggled in spite of Patrick Kearney's play. The undersized defensive end leads the team with 5 sacks. Keith Brooking, the Pro Bowl linebacker, has his 3rd straight 100 tackle season. He's already made 143 stops, and injuries have plagued the secondary. Jerron Bolden, who intercepted early, is finally healthy, playing very well at the corner. 2 tight end alignment on 2nd and 6. Davis. Just power football down near the 40, about 1.5 yards shy of the first down.
Michael, this is what the Carolina Panthers are all about. They're a football team. They practice running the football. They wear pads during the week. They're a physical bunch. They're a pretty good-sized bunch up front. They average a little over 300 pounds. Kevin Donnelly, we know, has been in this league a long time. Tough, nasty guard. That's the kind of guy you run after. And then they'll be able to run the play action after they establish the running game.
Only 1 wide out. Davis on 3rd and 1. Power football into the hole. And he's stopped short by Keith Brooking.
You know,
terrific linebacker.
Well, these 5 linemen have been there the entire year. But you know, the whole thing about this is confidence in your offensive line. Now, let's just take a look at Keith Brooking. Fill a hole. Bam! I mean, when he hits Stephen Davis, he hits him, look at this, right in the shoulders. There's no place for Stephen Davis to go forward. He has to go backwards.
Brooking, one of those oddities in the National Football League. He played high school football in the Atlanta area. He played at Georgia Tech in college. He's been with the Falcons as a pro.
Would you like to own your own business and enjoy financial independence? Nationwide Cyber Systems introduces the most exciting business opportunity of the 21st century, the Wi-Fi Public Internet Terminal. This amazing machine offers high-speed internet access, email, and video email for only 25 cents per minute, payable by cash or credit card. The machine is also a wireless access point, or up to 100 users at the same time can receive high-speed wireless internet service for only $3.95 an hour or $7.95 a day. Nationwide can start you in a turnkey business and help you secure the most profitable locations in your area before someone else gets them. You can start part-time and expand according to your own timetable. Call now for your free video and information package. There is unlimited income potential. Don't delay. The best locations won't last long.
Network customers, step inside America's top 150 entertainment package. You'll get 9 commercial-free movie channels, including the Encore movie pack featuring channels such as Encore, Westerns, and Action. You'll also get more than 150 all-digital channels, including National Geographic, the Golf Channel, SoapNet, and Discovery Kids. Call 1-800-333-DISH or visit DishNetwork.com to get the dish on America's top 150 entertainment package and see what unfolds. It's all in the dish.
ESPN Sunday Night Football brought to you by 13. Your number is up. Available now. Miller, who reminds you that there's good enough and there's better than it has to be. Miller, good call. And Porsche. Porsche, there is no substitute.
Beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, decorated for the holidays. Maybe decorated for Michael Vick. Who knows?
Could well be. He is so excited to be back. We sat down, had a chance to visit with him on Friday. You could just sense the energy. And when you watch practice and you stood there and watched the guys move around, it's amazing how this one young man can really take this franchise on his shoulders and try and make the month of December something special. That's what he wants to do. Carolina thought about going for it on 4th and a yard. Instead, they'll send in one of the best kickers in the game, Todd Sauerbrunn, to try to proof punt it. And he kicks it sky high. Hits it to 1. That's going to be a touchback. Now it's grabbed by one of the Falcons. He can bring it out.
He stepped out of bounds on an 8.5-yard line. What?
That was Jerron Bolden, who was trying to cross him up after it had been touched by Carolina. Not a great play.
You know, it hadn't been touched by Carolina. That was the thing. The ball had bounced, and it wasn't touched by Carolina. Watch this. The ball's going to come down. It just bounces.
The thing about it is he thought it hit one of his own men.
He thought it hit number 32, Rod Smart. Whoops, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong page.
Well, it hit 32, but
it did hit him right. Well, that was a great play.
Ahead.
That was a great play by Bolden.
Todd McBride.
Oh, what a terrific job.
Boy, it was. Yeah. That's a sensational play by Bolden.
This thing's going to settle down in a little while. It's been crazy. You've had guys get hit in the head with punts. You've had punters trying to throw passes. You've got 8 linemen running down the field.
Joe, if it wasn't hit by Smart, I mean, or anyone else, McBride 32, if it wasn't hit by, and Carolina touches the ball. Now, Bolden, if he runs all the way down to the 20-yard line and gets hit and fumble, the ball will still come back.
That's correct. But
he cannot lose the ball.
But what he did here was save a touchdown. Ball on the ground to Justin Griffith, the fullback.
Michael Vick got off to a physical start. This is the first play of the game. He's scrambling around, running around. I think he wants to get the butterflies out, but not this way. Gets a short completion, and you see he takes the shot, gets planted, by Julius Peppers. Now again, scrambling around. Peppers is closing on him. Plants him one more time.
The play was over. Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. 53. Defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
That's Greg Favors, who does a big favor for the Atlanta Falcons.
You don't have to help Michael Vick, you know, by doing dumb things. Here's the thing. He gets hit in the mouth, Favors does. Then he goes back, and they always catch the second guy.
15 yards moves it out to the 29. Ed Jasper on the last defensive series, the nose man for the Falcons, injured a knee. His return is questionable. His big T.J. Duckett not going very far. 6 feet, 254, the first-round draft choice out of Michigan State.
And now has become the featured back with Warwick Dunn getting hurt a few weeks ago. Really, this is his first game that you could call him officially the guy, because he had a week to practice, had a chance to work, and he is now the guy that's going to have to carry the load for them the rest of the season.
And in the first game against Carolina, he got his only 100-yard game. And Mike Rucker is the injured Panther.
Mike Rucker is the guy that's injured on his play. He's number 93 on the outside. Here he comes. Boy, it looks like his own man hit him in the back.
We'll check on the condition of the star defensive end when we come back.
At Miller, we brew great tasting beer because you can get in line and take what they give you, or you can make your own choice. Miller, good call.
Okay. How many times have I told you? You accelerate at the apex through the corner.
I was.
Oh.
Live for the curves. Porsche Cayenne. There is no substitute.
College football's celebration of excellence writes a new chapter. Who will be the chosen few? The 2003 Heisman Trophy presentation presented by Wendy's. Saturday at 8 Eastern on ESPN.
Mike Rucker with a career-high 12 sacks, being assisted on the sideline. He was able to get off under his own power, but very slowly. Second and 9 for the Falcons from their own 30 in a scoreless first quarter. Vick short set, can't find anybody. Chased by Jenkins, throws on the run, sideline catch at the 40. That's going to be a first down as Brian Finneran makes the catch. Mike Rucker wired. Let's listen to what happened on the injury.
Gosh dang it. No, Lord. Oh, Lord, no. No.
Oh, reach for his left knee. But he was not limping noticeably when he left the field. That has to be a pretty good sign.
Well, and he talks just so flowingly about the three guys he's playing up front with. He just gets tangled up in the big pile as they're trying to bring down T.J. Duckett.
Yeah, he's on the bottom, and they all fall on top of him.
Now Keenan Forney is hurt the starting right guard for the Atlanta Falcons. We've had more injuries in the first 5 minutes than we've had in any game this year.
Well, Michael Vick may be back, but everybody else is leaving.
That's right.
You know, you're looking at everybody being hurt, and Brian Finneran makes a great catch, and Michael Vick makes a great play.
And Finneran is a guy who hadn't practiced all week. He was, as a matter of fact, was very questionable for the game tonight.
Well, he has a bad knee. He missed 4 weeks, or a bad knee. He missed 4 weeks with a broken hand, and he's got a broken thumb on the other hand. Vick. And that one's batted down by Allen, who was in there as a starter at the weak side linebacker as Witherspoon moves over to take Dan Morgan's place.
Well, you know, they just lose Mike Rucker. Al Wallace comes in. It's his first play. And watch what's the job he does. Here comes Vick to the outside. What's 96? He's standing right there in front of him. Vick doesn't have any place to go. Throws the ball, and it's batted down. That's outstanding play by a defensive end.
And what you're going to see here now, remember, the red line is the line of scrimmage, and the yellow line will be the 1st and 10 mark. So that's why you see the 2 lines. It gives you an idea of what Michael Vick is working against.
A lot of pressure on defensive ends to keep contained. Another short set. Vick in trouble this time. Throws on the run. Finneran! What a catch!
Oh, no.
Man.
You can't do that.
He can.
No, I can't do that. He can't. You're right. Look at Michael Vick by time. And this is just a flick of the wrist. Look at the accuracy with which he throws this. Brian Finneran using his height, going up high over Reggie Howard, staying in bounds, maintaining control of the ball. That's just unbelievable.
But I'll tell you, if you look at the flight of the ball, that was the thing. He gave Finneran the chance to get the ball. No one else had a chance at it.
That's worth the price of admission right there.
That's why this place is packed. Vick to throw again. A little screen batted away. Almost intercepted. Julius Peppers got his hands up, tipped it, nearly caught it.
See, screens are good against defenses that rush the quarterback.
Holding, 64, offense, 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
That's Martin Bibla, who's in there for the injured Forney.
For the Atlanta Falcons, they should not throw screens because nobody's going to rush Michael Vick. Watch Carolina's defensive line. Nobody is rushing. Everybody is just standing there, including Julius Peppers. And Michael's a little ticked off. Matter of fact, kick with the bad leg. I would throw every screen out of the Atlanta Falcon playbook at this point to backs.
1st and 20. Back to the 38-yard line. Mike Rucker, we were told, sprained knee. His return is questionable. This is Griffith, the fullback, gets down to the 32 before he's gang tackled. The rookie out of Mississippi State.
Now keep in mind, the Carolina Panthers have lost to Dallas and Philadelphia. If they lose here tonight, it becomes, I think, a very emotional and momentum-killing game for them. So they realize what is at stake when you start to see the playoff picture develop.
Especially considering they've lost 2 straight.
And John Fox, as great as they got out to the start, says, hey, look, we haven't lost any confidence. We just played 2 pretty good football teams in Dallas and Philadelphia. And he's right.
2nd and 13. 5 wideouts, empty backfield for Vick. Rifles this one too high. Intended for Griffith in the flat. Let's go to Susie.
Well, when Mike Vick broke his leg, the initial prognosis was 6 weeks, turned out to be 3.5 months. So he endured a lot of criticism for a slow return. But he stressed to everyone, they certainly remember last year when he played through injury, a hurt shoulder or thumb. He didn't miss a game, even when it was too painful to practice. But he said this is his ankle, his bread and butter. He was adamant that nobody knows his body like he does, knew what he was feeling. He knew he wasn't ready. I mean, what if he couldn't get out of the pocket or couldn't escape? His running is just so much a part of his game. The criticism hurt.
Well, Susie, I thought it was very unfair. By the time he would have been able to come back, their season was really over. Now Vick takes off. Look at that speed. Near a first down at the 18. It looks like they marked him just short.
He didn't get it.
Yeah, but you're 2 and 10. Why not go for it?
You know, the thing about it is, though, when he went head first, they should give him the bounce. Here comes Vick. This is a design from the beginning. He runs. Now watch when he hits the ground. All right, he's tackled there. but he rolled a little bit further. He did not get the first down. They're going to be short.
Absolutely. I think they're absolutely go for it. I really believe that. I mean, you're 2 and 10. You've got Michael Vick as a threat, but this is a great call by Dan Reeves. You can request a measurement when it looks pretty close. It gives the coaching staff a chance to think about something they want to do. He's talking upstairs to Pete Mandarin, the offensive coordinator, to get an idea of what his input is.
You know what I like about Michael Vick, though? I mean, there's just no hesitation. There isn't. That is a design play. That was not a pass play, folks. It was a basically quarterback draw. He took a step back and just, I mean, when he takes off, he's flying.
3rd down and 15, and you go quarterback draw. That's what Dan Reeves has missed in the first 12 football games.
4th and a yard.
And that's the other reason why you have T.J. Duckett. You got the big horse. You've got Justin Griffith in front of him.
But you have an offensive line that's been beaten up this year. Duckett will try for it. And he didn't get it. And they ran off the right side and got no movement at all.
I don't care. I make sure that ball's in Michael Vick's hand. I don't care. Get it in his hand. He'll find a way to get a first down.
I was really expecting a rollout, didn't you?
Anything.
Access NFL.com to vote for your favorite NFL All-Stars. The Pro Bowl ballot is online exclusively at NFL.com.
One of the hottest rookie classes ever. And veterans with an insatiable hunger to be crowned champion. Now on sale from Dish Network Season Ticket. NBA League Pass. Get up to 40 out-of-market games each week, plus NBA TV for only $179 or 3 payments of about $59. Don't miss a moment. Order NBA League Pass today. Call 1-800-333-DISH. 1-800-333-3474.
Over 1 million understand its strength. It can improve your energy, your shape. This is Bowflex Power Rod technology, and it can only be found on genuine Bowflex equipment, like the new Bowflex Extreme. Now you can get the results you want, the exercises you need, all at an affordable price. You've never seen this Bowflex before. Call 1-800-789-9500 now and get a free video or DVD and check out the new Bowflex Extreme. You can have a high-performance body. Just look for real Bowflex Power Rod technology, proven effective at burning fat and building muscle. Now you can own the new Extreme for no money down and only $19 a month. The Bowflex Extreme is not available in stores. You know you're ready. Let Bowflex help you get there. Call now for a free video or DVD today, because your results matter.
Back in Atlanta, where we have a sellout at the Georgia Dome to see the return of Michael Vick. The Falcons and the Panthers scoreless first quarter. That defensive line did its job on 4th and 1. They didn't give up an inch. And 2 possessions in a row, the Atlanta Falcons turn it over on downs. Stephen Davis on the toss. Blockers in front. Davis turns the corner, picks up 11 or 12.
Man, look at these guys get out in front of him. I'm telling you what, they toss to Stephen Davis, and this guy is motoring. He's got some great speed. But look at the guys right in front. Gross, number 69, is going to come right out here in your face. Look at this. Look at these guys blocking downfield. Stephen Davis is not hit until he's already gained 12 yards.
He's still got the speed, and in a big body, too. 220 pounds. 8-year veteran out of Auburn, a 2-time Pro Bowler when he was with the Redskins. Got a chance for 1,700 yards this year. Cuts that one outside, turns the corner again across the 40. And in this division, Stephen Davis has killed Tampa Bay, Atlanta, New Orleans twice. Look at the numbers. 142, 153, 159, and 178. That is just hammering people.
Is he limping off the field?
Nah, he's just jogging.
Well, when I run, that's how I look.
Well,
like I'm limping.
That's a limp.
Yeah, when I walk, I limp.
Well, there's the answer.
That'll give Deshaun Foster out of UCLA an opportunity from the 40-yard line, 2nd and 2. Hoover, the fullback, spins off the first tackle and has the first down. That's a nice run.
I tell you, when you don't get the ball that much and they give it to you and you get jammed right in the hole,
Hey,
okay, I only get it.
He had 4 carries.
I don't care. Hoover gets
12
it.
games.
I'll tell you, he got all that on his own. There, he got 16 rushes this season.
They activated Deshaun Foster for this game and has kept Kevin Dyson, the free agent signing. It's really kept him off the field as the wide receiver who was hurt early and is now ready to go, but just can't find a place back on the roster.
Foster, another sweep. Patiently waiting for blocks. It was a nice dip inside and then took it back outside again. And Jordan Gross, that rookie right tackle, has done a nice job early blocking downfield.
Got another guy injured on Atlanta's team.
Holy cow, this is remarkable. Guys just going down on every play. And this is Ellis Johnson. He is the backup nose tackle. Ed Jasper already hurt. Jerron Bolden has a bad hamstring at the corner. This is infirmary night in Atlanta.
Is that cool or what? I know. It's incredible.
The 450 horsepower Porsche Cayenne Turbo. There is no substitute.
I got it, Coach Gruden. Looks like you're a little close here. You think I could get some tickets to the game?
What do you think?
If you really want tickets to the game, just use your Visa. It's the card you know they'll take everywhere you want to be.
Here we go.
Visa, proud sponsor of the NFL.
Sometimes you need a little help staying in the game. Introducing new Levitra. It's a new choice, and it's here now. Ask your doctor if a free sample is right for you. Ask about new Levitra.
Stuck on You has critics going wild.
It's going to be all over the 5 o'clock news.
It's a comedy classic.
I've always told you that.
4 stars times 2.
I'm not here. Yellow.
Stuck on You, rated PG-13. Friday, only in theaters. Riveting. Compelling. Suspenseful. Incredible.
You make it clear I own this town.
The best new drama of the year. Line of Fire. Tuesday at 10/9 Central on ABC.
During the commercial, they were checking the stability of Stephen Davis's knee, and if anybody they can afford to lose, it's not him. He's 80% of the offense. Deshaun Foster remains in at tailback on 2nd and 6. Jake Delhomme to throw, a little swing to Foster. Got one block, got away from Buchanan, and has a first down at the 45. There's a flag down back at the Carolina 45.
This one's going to go against Carolina.
If it's anybody, it's Kevin Donnelly. I mean, he was out in front, number 65, blocking. And Deshaun Foster cuts back off his block. They fought on Gross.
Jake Delhomme he's shaking his head a little bit, saying, all right, guys, let's just settle down just a little bit here. Jake, having a solid year, what you'd expect out of a quarterback that can manage an offense with a good defense and a good runner. Now, the thing that I think has been the big plus to having Jake and what he's shown people is he's won a number of games for them late by throwing the football. I think that's a bonus, and John Fox really liked what he thought this kid could do.
And his numbers would be a lot better if this wasn't strictly a running team. Over the middle. Muhammad gets a block. Boy, did he ever. Wiggins, the tight end, just unloaded on somebody. And Steve Smith able to turn the corner.
Bowling for Falcons.
Jermaine Wiggins, we were watching the whole time. Mike and I and Joe were looking at him coming, and he's number 84. He's going to come in. Watch this coming down on the left-hand side. See the big guy in the white outfit, number 84? Look at this. Wham! I mean, that is a great block.
And Smith makes his 66th catch of the year. Ricky Prohl comes in, the veteran wide receiver who runs such precise routes. DeLome wants to throw for the first down and throws it over the middle, complete to Muhsin Muhammad, and he's got the first down at the 33, a gain of 20.
I like your guy DeLome. I mean, you talk about patience.
I liked him in New Orleans. I thought that if he had a chance to get out from behind Aaron Brooks and go start somewhere, that he could be a quarterback. He's got a nice confidence about him. And you see him hang in the pocket. Muhsin Muhammad now makes the cut. Watch him protect the ball now in traffic. See that? That's just a smart veteran receiver. When he feels the people coming, cover up the ball.
Every time we were in New Orleans, the coaches would say, and you know this guy, Jake Delhomme, this guy can play. He's going to get a chance somewhere. Maybe not here, but he's going to get a chance.
Unfortunately, so could number 2, Aaron Brooks, in front of him.
Stephen Davis back into the ballgame. Delhomme to throw again, and this one is overthrown at the sideline. Muhammad pulled up, and Delhomme threw long.
Obviously, Stephen Davis is fine.
When you think about the problems of the Carolina Panthers a year ago, it was really at the quarterback position. Rodney Peete, and they ran a whole bunch of guys through. Chris Winkie hadn't worked out, although they think that he does have a future. Rodney Peete started the season. What Jake Delhomme has given him is stability at that position. He showed up every week. He understands his role, knows what he has to do for this offense to be effective.
And he made everybody believe in the first week when he came off the bench to relieve Peete. Fumbles to snap, and Atlanta has it. Patrick Kearney covered up the fumble.
Jake Delhomme took off without the football. Now, when you take a look at this thing, was the center late getting to him, Jeff Mitchell, or did he just get out of there too soon without the ball? The ball seems to be up there.
No, you know what he does? He hits Kevin Donnelly's left arm. When you're a quarterback, the first place the ball's got to go is to your stomach. Watch, it's away from him. Donnelly hits it with his forearm, and that's on Jake Delhomme. You've got to take the ball from the center to your stomach and then work from there. You can't be wailing around where guards and fullbacks and everybody else can run into it.
We've had some strange games this year, but this is getting right up there on the list.
Yes, becoming
close to bizarre.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Bizarre was the next word.
There's an interception and a fumble recovery for the Falcons. Atlanta has turned it over on downs twice. Michael Vick to throw. Batted up in the air. And incomplete. Al Wallace nearly had it drop in his lap when he was on the ground.
I'll tell you, since Al Wallace has taken over for Michael Rucker, he's done a good job. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see that red line. Now, that is the line of scrimmage. The yellow line will be where the 10 yards are to go to make the first down. That's just to give you an idea of watching Michael Vick work from behind the line of scrimmage, and if he does cross it, what happens on the other side of it.
Well, in the middle, we're going to have, like hockey, we'll put a blue line in there.
We're working on that
for the 5-yard
circle.
Icing.
You're right.
Icing's about the only thing we haven't had tonight.
I think it's neat.
I like the red line.
Vick with plenty of time in the pocket. Now he's flushed. Flag. And throws that one away. Wesley was out there covering Justin Griffith. Now we'll check the penalty.
They got holding on the defense. That's a 5-yard penalty and a first down.
Guys, watch Michael's feet. He sets up, little bootleg out to the right. Now come on back. Set, set, set. Now he hops, sets and plants, moves around, moves around. Now watch this. Now he's going to push straight backward, get away from the rush going backward. Look at the feet. I mean, it's like a Barry Sanders or a Muhammad Ali or a Sugar Ray Leonard in the ring, just as fluid as can be.
If I'd have tried that, I'd have fallen down 7 times. 7 minimum.
You're right. I think that he's got to settle down and just get rid of the football and stop trying to make every play the most important play in this game. Let the game come to him a little bit.
Duckett. Wallace hit him first, and Duckett dragged tacklers up to the 43.
Michael Vick off to an exciting start. This is early in the game. He's scrambling around. There he is, finally gets rid of it. That was actually the first play of the game. Here he hangs up just enough. Brian Finneran makes the catch. Now, 3rd down and 15. He tries to get the first down, comes up just a little bit short. Atlanta turned the ball over on downs, but it's his athletic ability that has been very exciting, although not as productive as the Falcons would want it in the first series.
Spot the ball at the 43. They have to reach the 48 for a first down. Vick with a bullet that's incomplete. Holy cow, that left a vapor trail. Let's go to Susie.
Well, following up on what Joe said about Vick trying to do too much, it's just what his quarterback coach, Mike Johnson, told him before the game. He said, you don't have to try to hit a home run on every play. And he said, be like Barry Bonds. Just play the game, wait for the other team to make a mistake, then crush it and hit it right into the ocean.
I'll tell you that last time, Peerless Price never even saw that. I mean, they came so fast.
I don't think Barry Bonds could have hit the last one. And I think he's got the best reflexes in baseball.
That was the high, hard one.
Oh, man. Timeout, Carolina.
Thank goodness they called the timeout. I'm exhausted.
I'll tell you, when Peerless Price turned, zap, that thing was there.
A minute to go, first quarter.
Watch this vapor trail. It's just a flick of the wrist. And talking to Peerless, look, he doesn't really get a chance to get his hands up. And that's the one adjustment that Peerless said that he was going to have to make. First of all, Michael's a lefty, so the ball comes out with a different type of a spin. Secondly, he hasn't worked with Mike Vick in 15 weeks. He's sort of gotten used to Doug Johnson and Kurt Kittner. And the ball, and believe me, nobody throws like Mike.
If you're going to get used to Michael Vick, they get that jugs machine they have that throws the ball, stand right directly in front of it, 1 yard away.
Still not fast enough.
Just get some of Brett Favre's receivers.
That's true.
3rd and 5, the Falcons have had the worst 3rd down offense in the NFL this year. But that's been without Michael Vick. Peerless Price with one that would have stuck to his chest if he hadn't caught it.
Deion Grant. This is unbelievable. The safety, Deion Grant, makes a break on this ball. Number 27, left part of your screen. He's going to break on this ball. He sees Mike Vick throw it, and he cannot get a right arm up to knock it down. Look at this. This is unbelievable. It's just gone by him. That was impressive.
After that play, Deion Grant just bent over and put his head down and could not believe what just happened to him.
Well, he thought he had an interception for a touchdown and didn't even get his fingertips on it. Duckett is the single setback behind Michael Vick. Vick to throw again. Rifles this one incomplete. That was behind his tight end, Brian Kozlowski.
See, I think Michael Vick always poses the threat of a run, and therefore the rush can't quite get him. He's developing an effectiveness in the pocket. See how he sets in the pocket? Good job. Now, you don't see the rush coming after him, and that's the big thing. That looked like Mike Ruckers back in the game, 93, and he was just sort of waiting.
He can make offensive linemen on this team be better than they really are because they really don't have to block that much.
But he can also make it tougher for him because they don't know where he's going to be. You're right, though, Paul.
Neither does the defense. Second and 10. Short set, escapes, and takes off. Out of bounds at the 32.
Brenson Buckner, number 99, has him. He's convinced he has him. Sets in the pocket. Now watch from the right part of your screen. You're going to see number 99 flash right in front of him. There he is. I've got you. Whoops. No, I don't. Actually, that was Al Wallace, not Brenson Buckner. Now he takes off running, and when Michael Vick gets outside, it's just scary for anybody that's wearing blue and white.
Monday Night Countdown delivered by UPS, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN.
I can never describe the excitement of that day when I heard I had my first grandbaby. We had 13 grandchildren. Every year, I take them all to Walmart to pick out their Christmas gifts. Everyone has to worry about prices, of course. And Walmart has a great selection of many different things for all different ages. We can get a lot for our money there. Oh, my goodness, having the 13 children around me, it's just a great time in life. It really is.
Feeling trapped because you're attached to your wireless number? Take your number to a better place. Join T-Mobile, the best value in wireless, and get 3-day weekends.
T-Mobile, get more.
Wrangler 5-star premium quality denim. Wrangler, real, comfortable jeans.
When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. Hell yeah. Hey, Falcons, run that back. When I move, you move.
Just like that. He is back, and they are pumped here in Atlanta. I have never seen a city so excited about a 2-10 football team. They've gone crazy all week knowing he was going to start.
I haven't been this excited about a 2-10 football team.
I'll tell you what he does, though. He freezes defensive lines. I mean, they just don't know where to rush to.
You know, doesn't that orange line look good, Paul?
Beautiful.
Blitz coming. Vick knocked away from Price, and a flag is down as Ricky Manning Jr. was there on the coverage.
These guys are saying the ball is tipped, so you can't, but they're saying that this ball is tipped.
It also might go against Peerless Price, too.
Looked like pretty good defense by Manning.
All right, Ricky Manning.
Illegal contact prior to the pass. Left cornerback. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's Ricky Manning Jr. on Peerless Price. So they say a legal contact. There is, right there. He goes up and bumps.
You know, I have a problem with this one because defenders have a right to establish a position. If the receiver runs into the defender, it should not be a defensive penalty. And at Ricky Manning Jr., he didn't move. Peerless Price ran right into him, pushed him off. I don't agree with that call at all. Aren't I being nice?
I thought that was beautiful.
You like I did that nice?
Very diplomatic.
Very diplomatic. He'll get warmed up here in a minute.
Oh, no, I don't agree with that one.
1st and 10. Duckett. Wrapped up by Rucker, who's back in the ball game. Let's go to Susie.
Ricky Manning Jr. involved in that last play, doing a little pushing and shoving now. Imagine you're a rookie getting your first start and you're going up against Peerless Price and Michael Vick. I talked to him before the game. He said he looks at this as a great opportunity. The keys are focus on every play. You can't take a play off. Make sure your technique is sound. But this is how a young guy makes a name for himself.
Hear what Mike Minter said to us yesterday? I keep telling you guys, don't look in the backfield. Don't look at Michael Vick.
It'll scare you.
Vick straight back to throw. Sidearms this complete down near the 20. Finneran makes his 3rd catch of the ball game.
You know, the one thing about Michael Vick, though, we're talking to him, and Susie was talking about it earlier. Take a look at Vick now, and he's making this throw to Finneran out here. The one thing that he, just to say it one more time about him on the sideline when he wasn't playing, he said, I learned so much. I looked at every play that they were playing. I said, this is what I wouldn't do. I won't do this, and I shouldn't do that. I am now able to read better.
Looked really upset at the end of that play.
I think he might have had somebody open a little bit deeper and felt like if he held on a little longer, might have had a chance for a big play.
3rd and 3. Vick wants to throw for it. Now he takes off. and is nailed as he got to the 17-yard line, very close to the sticks, and should be a first down. Brian Allen, one of the guys who drilled it,
is a first down.
Michael Vick again sets in the pocket, and this is something that he's fighting. There's the flash of the hole in the middle. He takes off. I think because of his great athletic ability, he fights how long he should stay in the pocket, when he should take off and run. Michael Vick could not play 16 regular season football games and take the kind of pounding that he's taken tonight. Now keep in mind, first game back, still trying to find himself as Coach Reeves is trying to find plays for him.
So are the Carolina Panthers trying to find him.
And now Vick's going to have to use a timeout. If he doesn't slide, which he didn't on the last play, he is fair game, and they laid the wood to him.
There's glory for the individuals who come together for a common goal. You tame the elusive beast of time and space, bringing together offices from every corner of the globe, working in real time, as if shoulder to shoulder. You have the new Microsoft Office system. Go team.
Drive a sports car like no other. The all-new Mazda RX-8.
ESPN Sunday Night Football brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Friendly nonstop service all across the country. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom. Microsoft, your potential, our passion. And Mazda, there's a soul of sports car in everything we make.
Atlanta, Georgia, second quarter, 0-0.
Michael, we're talking about Michael Vick getting used to the game again. Dan Reeves has to get used to calling plays for a left-handed quarterback because protections will change. In the last week's game against the Texans, Michael Vick was in the game. They had to use a timeout in the red zone again because of a formation mix-up. It came in wrong. It was called wrong.
You mean to tell me, Mike, that Dan Reeves doesn't know Michael Vick's in the game?
He does, but sometimes Michael doesn't know the protection that he has.
Duckett breaks a tackle, breaks another inside the 10 to the 9. They need to reach the 7 for the first down.
This is the most dangerous place for Carolina because now you've got Michael Vick in Atlanta with 2nd down and 2. And look at Duckett. Duckett is getting pounded. That's a big man. But he gets the ball for 8 yards. Now you got Michael Vick at 2nd and 2. What do you do?
2 wideouts, 2 tight ends. Duckett, first down and more to the goal line. Touchdown.
That's what you do.
T.J. Duckett, even though he has split time with Warwick Dunn this year, really has a nose to the end zone. His 9th rushing touchdown.
I don't know if he's in. I think he's on. I think he could be on the ground before the ball gets in the end zone. Watch, his butt hits, and the ball is not in the end zone.
You're right.
Now, if John Fox had somebody talking to him, he could communicate it. It would be 1st and goal on the 1, but it's too late.
Duckett has scored a touchdown in 6 straight games. And that ties the franchise record here in Atlanta. 7-0 Falcons as Michael Vick returns to the starting lineup.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I'm Stan. I'm one of the guys making hockey here at the factory. Some people think hockey's made in Canada. The NHL on ESPN. Made in America, delivered on Thursdays.
Property owners, DR's largest 20% off-season savings are now in effect on the amazing DR Field and Brush Mower. Call now, and for a very limited time, you can save up to $579. Now, if you've ever tried to clear an overgrown field or ditch with a handheld brush cutter, you know they're exhausting to use. Take hold of a DR Field and Brush Mower, though, and you've got a whole different story. The DR knocks over brush and saplings up to 2.5 inches thick and chops most everything it cuts. So why let weeds and brush take over? Call 1-800-535-3200 for your free DR Field and Brush Mower catalog and video. There's no obligation, but you must call right now to qualify for our largest 20% off-season savings. That's 1-800-535-3200. Online at drfieldbrush.com.
DR is professional power for homeowners.
Hey, did you know you can pay your Dish Network bill right on your TV? Just tune to Dish Home Interactive TV on Channel 100 and select Customer Service. Then, with a phone line connected, simply and securely pay your Dish Network bill. It's so easy and convenient. No stamps needed, no checks to write. Say goodbye to paperwork. So sit back and simplify your life from the comfort of your couch. Pay your bill and more. It's an all-new way to use your TV. It's Customer Service on Dish Home Interactive TV.
The Falcons use more than 5 minutes to score. They go 67 yards in 11 plays. Duckett had the last 2 carries and got the touchdown. They have a 7-0 lead. Carolina now with 2 turnovers in this game. For the season, they are -8, and that's remarkable for a winning team. In fact, they're the only first-place team in the NFL with a minus turnover ratio. Kroll on the return gets it up to the 22. There's a flag back that would indicate Atlanta was offsides on the kickoff. Who's our Sunday stud? Who had the best day in the NFL? You got some tough choices today, folks. Jeff Garcia, 252 yards, 6 touchdowns. Jamal Lewis, 183. Donovan McNabb, 3 touchdowns, 248 yards passing. Randy Moss, 133 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. And Clinton Portis, 5 touchdowns with 218 yards rushing for Denver. You can vote right now by logging on to ESPN.com. We'll give you the results in the 4th quarter.
I got the guy on the bottom. Clinton Portis. I mean, what a job. I'm telling you, this guy ran all over Kansas City.
In a huge game.
But that guy, Stephen Davis, has been our Sunday been a part of the Sunday studs for the first 12 weeks. The only reason he's not on the list tonight is because he's working. The other thing is Baltimore served it up to Cincinnati.
Didn't they?
The Baltimore Ravens are a football team that everybody else better look out for. Anthony Wright is playing well. Obviously led by Ray Lewis, and Jamal Lewis now looks like he's back on track.
They've scored 100 points in 3 games, over 100 points. They didn't score that all last year, did they?
No.
Anthony Wright gives them a veteran at the quarterback position. Kyle Bowler was doing a good job, but Anthony Wright gives them a little more experience at that position. Of course, Denver looks like they're on the move, too. Jake's looked like he's coming back. We've got them in a couple weeks against Indianapolis.
Should be a great game. There's He Hate Me. Rod Smart, who wore that name on the back of his jersey when he was in the XFL. Feely to kick off. Smart from the 13 with a running start to the 36-yard line, where he is belted down by Artie Ulmer, and there's a flag on the play as well. Monday Night Countdown at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN. The best place to get ready for Monday Night Football. Then on ABC at 9, it's the Monday Night game. Marshall Faulk and the Rams against Kelly Holcomb and the Browns. Speaking of teams on a roll, look out for the Rams.
Look out for St. Louis.
But they haven't played their best football yet. I mean,
that's what's scaring people.
That's right. Baltimore looks like they're coming into a groove. Denver's coming into a groove. Certainly New England's been in a groove.
Jerron Bolden is checked back into Atlanta's defense at the left corner. Now here comes Stephen Davis going back to work. Crosses the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Did you see Muhammad come in the block? He almost got killed.
Jake Delhomme out of Southwest Louisiana. They have changed the name of the school to Louisiana Lafayette now. Played so well down there. Second and 7 for Carolina. For Steve Smith, Bolden knocks it away again. He already has one pick, nearly got another one.
Well, let me tell you something. This ball was underthrown, and there was no chance. I thought Bolden was going to get him a second interception, because watch how long this ball hangs in the air. Steve Smith doesn't really have a chance. Bolden's got those long arms, that long stride you were talking about. He was there. Look at it. He almost has the interception.
You got 5'9" going up against 6'2", but still, I think with Steve Smith's quickness, if Jake Delhomme gets the ball up quicker, they've got some big plays. That's something that Jake will have to work on, is get the ball up quicker to a guy who can run down the field.
3rd and 7. Delhomme with time, guns this one, tipped away by Keith Brooking.
I'll tell you, Keith Brooking, if you talk about the complete player, this guy broke his back earlier this season. They had a bye afterwards, and then he ended up playing. He played in the next game. But you watch this guy, Keith Brooking, number 56, get outside. Looking at the quarterback, bam. Is that good?
Did you see what he did, though?
Exactly.
Go ahead, tell him.
He not only made his drop, he located the receiver and then changed his path. That's what got him back there so he could tip that ball.
You're right.
Thank you, sir.
You win.
Sauerbrunn, low line drive kick. It rolls inside the 40 and will be killed at the 38. Only a 35-yard kick by the number 2 punter in the NFL. Michael Vick with a 7-0 lead. He'll be back on the field in a moment.
Introducing the all-new rotary-powered Mazda RX-8.
Jack?
The way you feel about sports cars will never be the same.
The new Braun Free Glider automatically dispenses a protective shaving conditioner, reducing the risk of abrasion, giving a clean, close shave. And if you're not completely satisfied, we'll give you your money back. Braun, designed to make a difference.
Disciplined investing. At T. Rowe Price, it's not just about the short term. It's about a steady, long-term approach. Over 75% of our mutual funds beat their 3-, 5-, and 10-year Lipper averages. A disciplined, long-term approach. Low-cost mutual funds from T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence.
College football's celebration of excellence writes a new chapter. Who will be the chosen few? The 2003 Heisman Trophy presentation presented by Wendy's. Saturday at 8 Eastern on ESPN.
Falcons with a first-half lead on Sunday night against the Panthers, 7-0. Carolina with a chance to clinch the NFC South. And Atlanta trying to make amends for a horrible 2-10 season as Michael Vick returns to the lineup.
And the first time these two played, Carolina beat them 23-3 in what John Fox called their Carolina's best ball game of the year.
Duckett. Nice run to the 43. Mike Rucker wired for sound on Sunday night.
Oh, Lord, no.
Just holding.
Okay.
Just give it a shot.
Okay. All right.
If it doesn't work, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Bum leg or whatever, I'm still hearing fools up. What's up, bum?
Said he'd give it a shot. It might work. It's working.
Bum leg or not.
That kid can play. Vick gonna roll in front of Rucker. Sidearms this one. And it's caught at the sideline by Price. What a grab by Peerless Price. And what a throw by Vick.
Mike, we talked about what these two defensive ends have to do, and you're going to see Rucker now. Mike Rucker, watch him fighting off of Kozlowski. He's got to fight to get to the outside. He's got Vick. He's got containment. He did that, but look at the throw he makes downfield to Peerless Price.
Rucker
a sidearm fastball.
With two good legs, couldn't get out there. And you give him a lot of credit for being the guy that's trying to contain. So far, they have not contained Michael Vick in any kind of a pocket.
Vick with play action. That one's too high. There is a flag down in the secondary at the 30. And the preliminary signal, illegal contact against Carolina.
Now it was Mike Minner, number 30, that was chasing Crumpler.
Illegal use of the hands. Hands in the face. 59. Defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
It's a veteran Mike Caldwell.
He's got his hands to the face of Crumpler. Here is on the end of the line. Take a look at right there. Now he's got him by the face. Lets him go, but they had already thrown the flag. You saw the flag come in there. That's it. They've committed every penalty you can imagine.
Carolina's not a team that's built to just go up and down the field. They're a run-first type of football team. They can't dig themselves into a hole.
That is the 7th penalty against Carolina here in the first half. Back to Duckett. And Duckett wrapped up by Julius Peppers.
Just so as you watch this game, you see the red line, which is the line of scrimmage. That's there for your perspective of what Michael Vick can do. When the Carolina Panthers have the ball, we're not using that line because Jake Delhomme actually isn't going to run around quite as much as Michael Vick.
You've got Julius Peppers limping.
Now Rucker will trot off. Peppers earlier looked like he was winded. A great two-sport star at North Carolina. Was a terrific basketball player there. And an All-American defensive end in football. Vick straight back to throw. Pressure here. Got away from Buckner. And out of bounds.
You know, I talked about contain, okay? And when I mean contain, you've got to stay on the outside. You can never let him, Michael Vick, get around you because there was no chance for Buckner or anyone else in the tackling position to get him. Now watch what happens here. Here's Michael Vick. He goes to his left. When he comes back to his right, look what's happening. They did not contain him. Once he gets outside, it's over. Buckner doesn't have a chance, number 99, and this is all Michael Vick.
Teams that have had success against Michael Vick are teams like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that have a lot of team speed on the defensive side. Carolina doesn't have that much.
4 runs, 35 yards from Michael Vick. And if there's ever a game that you don't want to be a defensive lineman, this is it.
It is, and also talking to Michael Rucker yesterday when we had a chance to sit with him, he said exactly what we just saw out of Michael Vick on that last play. He said Mike Vick is one of those guys who can lose 10 yards and still outrun everyone, and that's exactly what he did on that last play.
Well, he also told us yesterday, Mike Rucker, he said, we'll have some deals with the tackles. He said, and I said, are you reminding those guys to get back outside? Because Buckner didn't get outside.
It wouldn't matter.
No, you're absolutely right. It wouldn't matter.
2nd and 8. The Falcons already leading 7-0. Here comes the blitz. Do a great job of picking it up. He's got time. Price rolled out of the end zone. And Price thought he was able to drag the toes. He beat Ricky Manning Jr., made quite a catch.
This is a good call by the official. He's really not forced out. His momentum is carrying him out. He's got his left.
No, he doesn't even
nothing.
He doesn't get anything. But how was that pass?
Well, Michael Vick can throw the football. What I was impressed with on that particular play was the fact that he stayed in the pocket to make the throw. So he sort of settling down so that Dan Reeves can call certain plays for him.
Now 3rd and 8, empty backfield. Crumpler is in the slot to the near side. Pressure coming on Vick. Throws as he goes down and right into the chest of Kendall Moorhead.
That is the first time, really, that they've laid a hand on Michael Vick. You know, this time Michael is waiting. He's trying to be patient. The coverage is ready to go. There is a blitz coming up the middle, so he knows that. Now when he steps up, there's no place really to go.
Now John Casey will try a field goal. He endured. Oh, check it. I'm sorry. It's Jay Feely. I was thinking of the opposite for Carolina. And Feely, just the way Casey did last week, hooks it left.
You saw Dan Reeves talking to Michael Vick. He just assumed it was good. He turned around and went to somebody. He missed it? Yes, he did, Dan. Unfortunately, he did.
Still 7-0 Atlanta.
Rivals meet in Hockeytown on ESPN Thursday Night Hockey. Brett Hall and the storied Detroit Red Wings face off against the Chicago Blackhawks. Chicago, Detroit, Thursday at 9. The NHL on ESPN, made in America.
Hey, did you know you can pay your Dish Network bill right on your TV? Just tune to Dish Home Interactive TV on Channel 100 and select Customer Service. Then, with a phone line connected, simply and securely pay your Dish Network bill. It's so easy and convenient. No stamps needed, no checks to write. Say goodbye to paperwork. So sit back and simplify your life from the comfort of your couch. Pay your bill and more. It's an all-new way to use your TV. It's Customer Service on Dish Home Interactive TV.
Think it's hard to lose weight and get in shape? Think you have to go to a gym or exercise so hard it hurts and so long you tire out? Well, think again.
Introducing the Tread Climber by Nautilus, a machine so effective we guarantee results in just 30 days.
In one short workout, the Tread Climber burns twice as many calories as high-tech treadmills.
The secret is the unique dual treadles that let you step up as you move forward, so you do twice the work in one effortless motion.
Get the body you want in half the time.
Now you can own a Tread Climber with no money down and affordable monthly payments. It's made in the USA by Nautilus and is backed by a 5-year warranty.
Just 3 short workouts a week on the Tread Climber will get you into the best shape of your life.
Check out the next evolution in home fitness, the Tread Climber. Call now for a free video or DVD or visit us at nautilusdirect.com today.
It's the Christmas season in Atlanta, and the fans already got their gifts early in the form of number 7, Michael Vick, back in the starting lineup. Carolina takes over just outside its own 26. Stephen Davis for a couple. Let's go to Susie.
Well, Mike, few people would question the Panthers' decision to take little-known Jake Delhomme in the offseason. At the time, John Fox said it was a gut feeling. Last night, he told us that too often people are afraid to take risks. But he knew about Delhomme's intangibles, that he has passion, that he has leadership, that he works hard. It's not always the strongest arm that wins a game, and they didn't know that much about his skills as a player. He had only started a couple of games. But all the players and coaches they talked to were sold on his character, and he's got that.
And Susie, it was evident from being around him, the kid's a natural leader. Smith takes it outside, a horse collar to the 32 by Bolden. And it hasn't been easy for Jake Delhomme. He came out of Southwest Louisiana as a star quarterback. Small school, signed as an undrafted free agent with the Saints. Was cut, re-signed, went to NFL Europe, did it twice. Cut again by the Saints. Had a lot of success with Frankfurt. Cut again by the Saints. Played 6 games with them in 3 years. And then signed with the Panthers.
That sounds like a chorus to a song. Cut again by the Saints.
So all he did was come off the bench the first game of the year and lead a comeback. He has led half a dozen comebacks this year. Delhomme throws a strike, this time to Muhammad. Or check at Steve Smith.
The one thing that jumped out at me, and this kid's all about winning. He said in the National Football League, there's winning and nothing else. Can't understand why guys gripe about the fact that they don't get enough balls or don't get this and don't get that. There you saw his ability to be able to throw the ball into tight spots. Now, to me, that was the unknown about Jake Delhomme. Yeah, I knew he was athletic. I knew he was a smart kid, hard-working kid, but you just don't know how people will react in difficult situations, and he's been up to every challenge that has been presented to the Panther offense.
From the 39. Delhomme under pressure, throws this one to Muhammad. Shakes a couple of tacklers, and Muhsin Muhammad is down to the 41-yard line, a gain of 20.
The one thing about Delhomme that Joe mentioned is the only thing that's important is to win. Now, he met with Dan Henning when he first came to them, and they said, what we're going to do is we want to run the ball and move the chains. And we won't throw the ball that much, and we're not going to ask you to win the football game. But when you look at this Carolina team, the whole team, offensively and defensively, is there a star?
No. Now, Stephen Davis would
be the only star if there was.
Unless you see catches like Muhsin Muhammad just made, then you'd say that was a star catch.
Fake to Davis. Again, they try to go deep to Smith against Bolden, and Bolden has been letter perfect in his coverage on deep balls.
I think I would go the other way. You know, just for a change, because Jerron Bolden, look at the coverage he has. This ball, don't think it's catchable, because that ball was about 3 yards out of bounds. So Bolden had him play perfect.
Just missed row 4.
I tell you what, I like to see a guy. I'm glad he pulled his hamstring. I bet they are too. He's faster.
You want to talk about a guy that's bounced around. He went to Mississippi Delta, was drafted by Atlanta, 3 years here, then went to Green Bay, Carolina, Kansas City, and the Canadian League. Davis wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Great play by Brady Smith. The defensive end got him and would not let go.
You know, and here's a defense that gives up almost 150 yards a game rushing. Take a look at here. Stephen Davis goes to the outside. Brady Smith is in the backfield. You cannot let him get that much penetration. And when he did that time, James couldn't stop him.
They are next to last in the league against the run, last against the pass. They are 30th in points allowed, and right now they're throwing a shutout at Carolina. Delhomme sidearms it, a perfect shot, and it's a first down to the 20, and breaking tackles for more is Steve Smith.
It's the sidearm.
See, I love it when a guy has the ability to throw from different places, like a Doug Flutie, and now Jake Delhomme's going to show you the same thing. Slide in the pocket. Now look at that. Around the pile, still throw the ball out accurately. Throw it sidearm, throw it 3/4, throw it over the top. Give me a quarterback that has versatility with his throws, and that's a guy that's going to make plays for you. So people get hung up on, keep the ball high and bring it over the top. No, if you can get it there, get it there. That's all that matters.
Well, throws it sidearm off his back foot, and it's perfect.
What does he say? The only thing that's important is to win. To win.
Sometimes
doesn't make any difference. Just to win.
Sometimes you just win a play like he did on that one.
And another injury. Jerron Bolden is down again. Let's check in with Chris Berman. Boomer?
Coming up at halftime, our fastest 3 minutes on this Showdown Sunday, how 5 division mono-y-mono 1 versus 2 turned out, plus our halftime heroes. We certainly salute the all-time sack artist, unsung Eagles, not Glenn Fry and Don Henley, and we also will look at fans who may have been the bravest of all. Mike, back to you.
All right, Chris, thanks very much. And what a day it was to watch the NFL, wasn't it?
But what a great day for Bruce Smith.
Yes.
In New York City, where Michael Strahan, of course, resides with the Giants, who we have next week, and John Fox was their defensive coordinator for quite a while. Bruce Smith got his 199th sack. Congratulations, Bruce. I'm glad I'm not on that list, and a lot of guys are.
You know, and at the end of this year, Bruce Smith can now walk away after 19 years. And, you know, he's a tremendous guy, and we had a chance to talk to him, and what he did to stay healthy for 19 years is absolutely incredible.
We're going to get a chance to see him against the Eagles, and right on that last weekend of the season.
Past the legend Reggie White, who he tied a week ago.
Reggie was in town here for the big SEC contest between LSU and Georgia last night.
You know, when you just watched Jake Delhomme throw that pass, I mean, here's a game that they really need him, because this team, Atlanta, if they've geared themselves up to stop Stephen Davis. And now Jake Delhomme has really got this game on his shoulders. He has to make this whole thing work.
And now Dan Reeves over to check on the condition of Jerron Bolden, who's already made several outstanding plays tonight. This is the second time he has been hurt, and he has been down quite a while. Speaking of that SEC game last night, can somebody explain to me how USC goes to #1 in the polls and they're not going to play for the national championship?
I'll tell you, you know what? Why do you have an AP and why do you have a UPI poll if you're not going to use anything for any good whatsoever? I mean, to me, they ought to take the C out of the BCS, because that's all it is. It's a computerized situation. It's not fair. It's not fair for USC. And as a matter of fact, I think the national championship should be USC and LSU.
Bolden is still down with 3:45 to go in the half. Carolina trailing 7-0. And Joe, what a night for Michael Vick so far.
And it started a little bit rough. This is the first play of the game where he scrambles around. Oh, no, it's not. Second play of the game to Brian Finneran. And now he scrambles up. There you go, Michael Vick. Now, this is the ability that he has to scramble around and make plays with his legs. That's what this offense has missed so much.
Now, we've talked about his arm strength and his scrambling ability, but just for sheer speed, there has never been a quarterback that's even approached what he can do.
You know, John Fox is right. He is the fastest quarterback in the league, but he's also the fastest running back in the league. I mean, this guy can flat fly.
Mike Minder called him Superman. I mean, he really is. He's the most exciting player. There are great players in our league. I mean, there were a bunch of them were showcased today, but this kid is the single most exciting player.
Joe, when you talk to defensive players, he elicits the same kind of response that you get when we would ask guys about Barry Sanders. They get wide-eyed.
And this is not good.
Bringing a cart out to attend to Jerron Bolden. And we'll get a report on him as soon as possible.
It's not your job.
It's not your accent.
It's not your clothes. It's not your car.
It's not your lipstick.
It's not your friends. It's not your shoes.
It's not your laugh. It's not your hair.
It's your watch.
You can tell more about a person by the watch they wear than anything else. Seiko Kinetic, powered by the movement of your body.
7-0 Falcons over the Panthers. 3:45 to go. First half of play, and Jerron Bolden on the cart being taken off. Earlier, he pulled a hamstring, came back in the ball game, has made some outstanding defensive plays on deep balls intended for Steve Smith.
He had one interception, should have had, or could have had, not should have, could have had two, and he made another play. But this was on a run after the catch that he got busted up.
And an 11-year veteran coming in to take his place, Ray Buchanan. And really, Buchanan was one of the guys that started early in the season. They felt like when Todd McBride got healthy and Bolden got on there, they made a big difference to this defense.
The Panthers are in the red zone, and that's not good for them. They're 31st in the league in converting touchdowns. Delhomme, wide open, his tight end Wiggins, and he missed him.
Well, yeah, he missed him. That's because he had heat in his face from Ellis Johnson. Ellis Johnson was up in his face, and there was no place else to go. Excuse me, Brady Smith. I'm sorry. It was Brady Smith, 91, not 61. But I'll tell you what, when you got a guy that big in your face.
You can't read the number.
No.
Trust me, you're right. It could have been. You're right. It's one of those big guys up front coming at him.
There are the red zone numbers. And it's surprising because usually teams that run the ball very well have great red zone numbers. Wiggins found him this time. Jake Delhomme with the touchdown pass, his 14th of the season, and for Wiggins, his first.
Well, I tell you, there was nobody around Wiggins. Now, they ran a kind of a half bootleg the last play and threw, and he was wide open. But just take a look at Delone, looking the entire field over, and then he sees number 84 standing right in the end zone. There's really nobody around him.
Yeah, but you can't give a quarterback that much time. How about that? The little coconut pop. That's a good one. I like that celebration.
Casey for the point after. He missed one a week ago, including 3 field goals. But Carolina comes back to tie it at 7. Jerron Bolden has injuries to his hip and his lower back. He will be taken to the X-ray facility here at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta.
When you look at this first half and the way it's gone, the Atlanta Falcons, probably the worst team in football when it comes to time of possession. They only had the ball in the first 12 games, an average of 27 minutes, roughly, 26:51, where every other team had it 33. Tonight, Carolina's had it 11 minutes, and Atlanta has had it 15. And that's because of one person. And it's the ability to convert third downs, and it's because of Michael Vick's ability to be able to do that.
Can I put my hand up here? They only have 7 points, pal. The other team has 7. Time of possession doesn't mean a thing.
Well, if you're the Atlanta Falcons, it means something when you're 2-10. You're winning somewhere, aren't you? Let them win something, Paulie.
Well, I'll tell you, I think Atlanta's going to be very happy that Carolina scored, because when they have been leading at halftime, they're 0-6. But Michael Vick wasn't playing either.
Allen Rossum is deep for the kick. High and short. Rossum at the 14. Finds a seam out to the 35. Let's check in with Chris Berman.
All right, Mike, thank you. Dad, can you take me to a big football game? Oh, here are our seats? Oh, the weather outside was frightful. Perfect for a cold brewski. Teddy Brewski. Touchdown. Patriots shut out the Dolphins 12-0. They win the AFC East, Mike.
And Chris, wasn't that a remarkable interception by Brewski?
Can I tell you another thing? There's no question who the coach of the year is.
Not in my mind.
I'm right with you.
With all the people that Bill Belichick has had to slide in and out of that lineup, but you know, the one guy that stayed healthy for him is his quarterback, Tom Brady. And we saw Atlanta without their quarterback, what happened.
Vick, 5-step drop. Completes this one to Price up to the 47-yard line of the Carolina Panthers, a gain of 21.
You know, in the last series, Joe, that they went after Michael Vick. They ran 3 blitzes in a row, and now they're not. Look at the defensive line. They're basically at the line of scrimmage. He's got all the time to throw the ball to Peerless Price, who's wide open.
And that's why Peerless Price came here. Peerless Price came to the Atlanta Falcons as a free agent to play with Michael Vick. And this is the first opportunity he has had.
Draw play, Duckett. To the 38, gain of about 5.
But
yes.
I think there was a little money involved there, too.
Well, there was a few dollars, too.
Huh? A couple bucks?
Just a few ducats.
Yeah. What is it? Someone said, give us 3 reasons why why you came here. Money, money,
no,
money, and then Vick.
It was Vick, money, Vick. But I think it was actually money, Vick, money.
Falcons are going to let the clock run down to the 2-minute warning. They'll have the ball at the Carolina 38 when we come back.
Neither snow, nor rain, nor heat.
Hey, Brett.
Nor temporary loss of gravity, nor grumpy robots made of old washing machines, nor black holes that swallow the entire known universe will keep the U.S. Postal Service from its appointed rounds. HP technology helps make sure the mail never stops. HP, invent.
Drive a sports car like no other. The all-new Mazda RX-8.
This right here. This high
holiday season, come to Office Depot for everyday low prices on technology gifts for everyone on your list. No matter what business you're in.
Christmas tree, are you here, Ed?
Here you go, Joey. Thank you, Bob. There you go. Happy holidays, Marnie.
Oh, thank you, Bob.
Happy holidays.
Office Depot. What you need to know. Now until December 13th, save $250 on an Averitech notebook computer at Office Depot.
There's an easier way to get the gear the pros wear. Call 877-NFL-SHOP for your free team catalog.
Coming up on the Kia halftime show, Chris Berman will be along with the fastest 3 minutes in television, his halftime heroes, and we'll take a look at all the matchups for the bowl games.
What do you do now if you're the New England Patriots? You've clinched the division. You've got 3 games to go. But I still think you're battling for that home field. I tell you, Gillette Stadium is going to be a tough place for people to come and play. So every game down the road has got to be important to them, just like this one tonight is for Carolina.
Vick's numbers not that impressive, but his presence certainly is. Trying to scramble, grab from behind, breaks the tackle. Lost his helmet and got down near the sticks.
Michael Vick has been spreading it around all over the field. Besides running around all over the field, you take a look at his pass chart. Things under 15 yards. Has been willing to go up top. Thrown 5 over 15 yards, dumping the ball off. 1 pass to a running back, 6 to his wide receivers, getting them involved. And it's only, I don't think it's coincidental that 8 balls have been thrown to the left because Michael Vick is a left-handed quarterback, and if he's going to scramble, that's probably the way he's going to want to go.
This is a first down. I just want to let you guys know ahead of time. But I'll tell you, in that last play, what Carolina did, they have 5 defensive linemen playing.
I think they made up their mind midway through the first quarter that if they didn't start getting some pressure on Michael Vick, it was going to be a longer night than necessary. And it is a first down.
If you don't bring pressure on him, he holds the ball. If he holds the ball, that means that the defensive backs and the linebackers, which help him contain when he starts to run, are further away. So you really create this no man's land between the D-line and the linebackers. And he can fill up that no man's land.
Everybody moved.
False start, 76, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Kevin Schaefer is the first guilty party that they picked out of the lineup.
You know what, having Michael Vick at quarterback is a little bit like the way the St. Louis Rams approach 1st and 15. It doesn't matter, because truthfully, because Michael poses such a threat to a defense that he can pick 8-9 yards up running, and you're right back down in the 2nd and 6, 2nd and 7.
Penalty pushes the ball back to the 38-yard line. Vick under pressure again. Got away from Jenkins, and there he goes. First down.
I'll tell you what, this is something. Chris Jenkins, number 77, had a clear shot at him. And he gets one arm on him. Right up the middle. Here comes Jenkins. Look at this. He's got one arm on him. Vick moves, and now he's at full speed.
You bet Brian Allen, number 52, is not going to catch him.
Well,
this is just how strong. I don't think there's anything wrong with his foot, Paulie. What do you think? I think he's okay.
And Jenkins is one of the best defensive linemen, interior players in the NFL. He had a shot, couldn't get him. Vick now 6 carries, 56 yards. Intercepted right into Greg Favors' hands, and he couldn't hold it.
This is,
you know, Joey, you talk about Michael Vick, but John Fox told us, he said, you know, this is Barry Sanders. If you take a look at this guy's feet, the way he runs, and if you remember Barry Sanders, watch him. Not only is he, again, the fastest quarterback in football, he may be the fastest running back, but look at his movements. He is always in total control of his body. Back, back. I mean, those movements, and then when he gets to the outside, that's all full speed. And there really is no one on the Carolina Panther team that can run him down.
4-man rush. Vick over the middle, and this one is caught by Price, but for a very short gain.
Along with your thought there, Paul, there's only one difference between Barry Sanders and Michael Vick. Michael Vick will have the ball in his hands 65 times. Barry Sanders would only have it about 25 times.
And Price, who was popped by Deion Grant, is still down.
I think Deion Grant helped Price catch this ball. Watch this. Bang, bang. And he knocks the ball back into Price. Well, he got knocked back 3 yards. Peerless Price is not a real big man.
He's 2 inches shorter right now.
51 catches coming in. Had 94 catches for over 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns for the Bills a year ago. And I really believe the Buffalo Bills miss him terribly.
Well, but the thing about it is when you talk to him in Buffalo about him is that they just could not afford to keep Eric Moles and Peerless Price. And to me, I don't understand that part. I mean, there's some other places where you can cut back. But when you have 2 receivers of that caliber, you really stretch the defense.
And you saw what they were able to do.
Well, this year we're seeing what they're not able to do.
There he is. He
Price gets a nice hand.
May not be big, but he's tough.
5-year veteran out of Tennessee.
Fearless Price.
Exactly.
Peerless.
Atlanta will be facing a 3rd down. Price saying, I'm all right. Vick with time too high and nearly intercepted. Finneran could only get a fingertip on it.
So, you know, every time I look at Michael Vick, and folks, we're not wearing him out by talking about him. He's just that great. That time there, I really thought he had a chance to run. You know, and again, he said, I want to try to be patient. He saw people coming across the middle, but I really thought at that time he was going to tuck it away and go.
You know, he is not and has not been throughout his college and early pro career a tremendously accurate passer. That's the only downside so far.
It's his first game. I mean, he's got to work on those things.
Feely, who missed from 36, will try from 34, and he missed it again.
Feely, just leave the uniform and go right out that tunnel.
Now, he was 4 for 7 coming into this game from 40 to 49 yards, 0 for 3 over 50. So when you put it there, it's 4 for 10 over 40 yards.
Well, we all know that, you know, here's the kick, and he just hooks this thing. But in a 16-game schedule, special teams will win or lose 4 games for you.
I think John Casey touched him before the game.
I think so, too.
Casey missed 3 last week. He said, look, here, take this bug. Go take this bug.
Tapped him on the left shoulder.
Yes, here.
You tapped him on the left shoulder.
And that is so deflating for an offense. You work. At least you get in a range for a field goal, and they've missed 2 very makeable shots.
At the end, that's what you try and do. Put points on the board at the end of the half in a 2-minute drill.
And now Carolina will have 51 seconds to work with. Stephen Davis on the toss. Only about 3. Now Carolina is not going to abandon its philosophy. And the Panthers will use a timeout. They have 1 left, as does Atlanta.
Jake Delhomme needed to come up with a drive to get the Carolina Panthers back in this ball game, get them breathing, and he does it with his arm. That was on a 3rd down conversion. A little bit of improvisation, sliding off to the side, hitting Steve Smith again. And where is Steve Smith? Oh, no, I won't go to him. Let me dump this one off and let Jeremy Wiggins make this touchdown. Does a real nice job of working in a pocket. Excuse me, it's Jermaine. My bad.
Yeah, he does. You know,
my bad.
When you got to, you know, there are a lot of these guys you wish that other people could sit down and talk to them, the public, because they are such neat guys.
They really are.
And Delhomme is one of those guys. You know, he's well, not too many people know who I am.
No,
nor do they care.
He's a real-life Bobby Boucher.
And he has a lot of fun in the offseason, too, because he and his brother and his father buy and train thoroughbreds in Louisiana. Got to be a great little hobby there.
Yeah, well, there's a thoroughbred right there.
Foster on the screen. Boy, he's quick. Gets out of bounds to stop the clock at the 32.
He's got a chance to work with a couple thoroughbreds. He's got one in Stephen Davis, who's a lot faster, I think, than people think. And Deshaun Foster, really, in his second year. Here's a kid who had a microfracture in his knee a year ago. So this is really his first year in football. I mean, they got two pretty good running backs.
Stephen Davis was about to punch your lights out last night when you said he was...
He looks like he looks 220 to me.
No, what you say to him.
I mentioned 240, but I was just kidding. In white pants, he looks a little heavier, but I think he looks really
Well, then you
quick.
mentioned his age. It wasn't going well at one point.
That was
Paul did.
Thank you.
I just hugged him. Here's Deshaun Foster. Can't get outside. Nice ankle tackle by Twan Russell.
Now, if you're Atlanta, you call the timeout.
They did. Atlanta calls timeout. All right, here's the guy again that talks Keith Brooking. Even Stephen Davis is talking about Keith Brooking. He says, you talk about a blue-collar linebacker that does everything, that reads, knows exactly where everything is going. Keith Brooking is that guy.
And Sauerbrunn will come on to kick it away with only 27 seconds to go in the half.
Can't they get a guy a pair of shoes? I mean, Sauerbrunn's got a black shoe and a white shoe. Can't you get...
No, you know what? That shoe's, he's probably had that shoe for like the 9 years he's been in the league.
Well, then paint the white one. Give it, you know.
The all-time NCAA leader in punting average, 46.3 at West Virginia.
I was on the field at 7 o'clock tonight, and a half hour before the teams come out to one, he had to kick 80 balls. I'm surprised he's got a leg still.
Well, that's why he missed the last one. Only went about 30, didn't it? It's another bad kick.
Boy, low line drive, takes a bounce and rolls all the way near the 20-yard line. 48-yard kick, most of it roll. Next Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern, watch NFL Primetime to get caught up on all the day's action. Then Deuce McAllister and the Saints host Tiki Barber and the Giants on ESPN. Sunday Night Football at 8:30. Call against Falcons for holding, but they will keep the ball.
This is about the kind of game John Fox is used to having his team in. Close, 7-7 ball game. Defense keeps him in. His running hasn't been real special tonight, but Jake Delhomme's done a good job. But Michael's running has kept the Falcons alive in this one.
You know, you sit there and you wonder what you do with Michael Vick with 17 seconds. I think they can knee. But that they may get booed if they do.
Well, don't you think it'd be the smart play?
It's a smart play, but you know, they're 2 and 10. They're going to take a knee.
And they do. So the Falcons will be satisfied to go in the locker room. Tied with the Carolina Panthers at 7. Nothing but pride on the line for Atlanta tonight. Let's go to Susie with Dan Reeves.
Dan, how difficult is it to stop Michael from trying to make up for an entire season in one game?
Well, it's tough. You know, he's in his 3rd preseason game right now, and he's making a lot of plays. That's the way he is. He wants to make something every time. You know, just going through his progression, his eyes are really fast right now, as is everything else that he does. But it's fun to watch. He's fun to watch. Hopefully the second half he'll calm down a little bit and start seeing some things. Maybe we'll start making some field goals.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Susie. Our score here at the George Dome in Atlanta. The Panthers and the Falcons tied at 7. Let's join Chris Berman for the Kia halftime show.
All right, Michael, thank you very much. We have not seen a Sunday in the NFL like this. There are 8 divisions, and 5 of them had Team 1 play number 2, including all 4 in the AFC. And so why don't we begin with the team with the best record, the 11-1 Kansas City Chiefs, who are in Denver to play the Broncos. And the Chiefs were an underdog in this game, and Clinton Porter showed you why. 5 touchdowns, count them 5, as Denver mauled the Chiefs 45-27. KC does clinch a playoff berth. In New England, 2 feet of snow. Fans had to do this to find their seats, but it was time for an ice-cold brewski. Teddy Bruschi. Patriots beat the Dolphins 12-0, firing the snow. They've won the AFCs. They've won 9 in a row. Showdown in the AFC South. Steve McNair to Derek Mason brings Tennessee to within 2 of Indy, 29-27. But Dwight Freeney, the defensive end, bats down the two-point conversion. And then we'll have more on this in our halftime heroes. A fumble again by the Titans. Special teams recovered by the Colts. And Indy wins 29-27. They swept the Titans, have a stranglehold in their division. First place in the AFC North. Jamal Lewis, 3 touchdowns, $180. Ravens all over the Bengals, 31-13, scoring 3 touchdowns off turnovers. Donovan McNabb and the Eagles have won 8 in a row. On a snowy day, you go to a shovel pass to Deuce Staley. And in the showdown of 1 and 2 in the NFC East, the safety has Philly beat Dallas 36-10. Minnesota got back in their winning ways. Bomb from Dante Culpepper to Randy Moss under the hefty bag. Again, Culpepper to Moss, and the Vikings humble the Seahawks 34-7. At Green Bay, the Bears led 14-0, but Mike McKenzie, one of the McKenzie brothers, takes off for 90 yards. The Pack beat the Bears 34-21. Deuce McAllister, how tough is he? Running without a helmet. But his streak of 9 straight 100-yard games snapped by the Buccaneers, who now have that famed Brad Johnson, Dwar and Sapp TD combo down pat. 2 TDs for Sapp. Bucs beat the Saints 14-7. Oakland and Pittsburgh, only time ever neither team was at 500. But this time when they met, Bettis 11 yards, and the Steelers beat the Raiders 27-7. Travis Henry had a career-high day. 4-yard touchdown run for him. Bills beat the Jets 17-6. Arizona looked like a high school team. San Francisco scoring at will. Garcia threw for 4, ran for 2 for Jeff. That was the Terrell Owens 50-14 Niners. In Detroit, Doug Flutie, sleight of hand. Over 200 yards combined for LaDainian Tomlinson receiving and in running. Chargers beat the Lions 14-7. Byron Leftwich, the rookie, lofts one to Jimmy Smith. Shutout for the Jacksonville Jaguars, who we saw last Sunday night beating Houston 27-0. And congratulations to Bruce Smith, who got career sack winner number 199 over Jesse Palmer of the Redskins. And now he stands atop Reggie White for the all-time sack list as the Redskins beat the Giants 20-7. Bruce Smith, 19th year in the league, 40 years young. They started compiling these things in 1982 on loan from Deacon Jones. But Bruce Smith, the record, congratulations.
This halftime show is presented by Kia Motors. Kia, make every mile count.
When we return, my halftime heroes, and we start in the seats, the hardy souls in New England who wanted to see the Pats at BCS. Oh, boy, what are you doing?
How did we design the Kia Sorrento to attain the highest?
The fans got what they wanted. And speaking of ice-cold brewski, Teddy Bruschi intercepting Jay Fiedler. The Patriots don't fire until you fire your muskets till you see the white in the stands, right? Patriots win a playoff berth, they win 12-0. Eddie Berlin was the Berlin Wall. It fell down. 2 fumbles. Justin McCarron's fumble. The point is, Indianapolis got from their special teams 3 fumble recoveries, and then again against their big game in Tennessee, 5 straight field goals for Mike Vanderjagt, 37 straight going back to last year, the all-time record, 40 by the other kicker in the game, by the way, Gary Anderson. And Peyton Manning wins where he was a college hero in Tennessee for the first time. What a day for the Colts. The Philadelphia Eagles getting contributions from everybody. It's a second-year DB, Sheldon Brown, with an early third-quarter pick of Quincy Carter. Darwin Walker evolutionized the game with a sack and 5 tackles. Philly D all over the place. And then the rookie tight end, L.J. Smith, one of 8 receivers found by Donovan McNabb in Philly's 36-10 win. They've won 8 in a row. Clinton Portis scored not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. 5 touchdowns. Joins Jim Brown, Cookie Gilchrist, Jimmy Stewart, and Ernie Nevers as the only man that have ever scored 5 or more. Nevers had 6 touchdowns in one game. But you know, this is December 7, 2003. 62 years ago, December 7, 1941, a Sunday, a day, as President Franklin Delano Roosevelt said at the time, that would live in infamy. So from all of us at ESPN, we just thought on this Pearl Harbor Day that we would say a thank you
to all those who served in World War II, the men and women. And actually, if you see anyone of that generation the next week or so, why don't you just tell them thanks for the way that we live in this day and age. December 7th, we couldn't let it go by without that. When we return, BCS, scramble, and more, tied at half.
Monday Night Countdown delivered by UPS, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN.
What were we thinking about when we gave the Kia Sedona a powerful standard engine? What were we thinking about when we gave it such a great warranty and priced it thousands less than our competitors? What were we thinking about when we designed it to get the government's highest safety rating? What were we thinking? We were thinking about Scotty, Nanny, Poppy, Uncle Larry, Derek, Eric, Dad, and Mr. Mophead. The always family-friendly Kia Sedona.
There's an easier way to get the gear the pros wear. For the biggest selection of authentic NFL gear from all 32 teams, call 877-NFL-SHOP. Call 877-NFL-SHOP for your free team catalog.
This halftime show is presented by Kia Motors. Kia, make every mile count.
Tie game at the half, and the BCS has spoken. And even though USC is ranked first in both polls, it's not going to the, quote, national championship game. But who knows if the Rose Bowl isn't really going to end up to be the national championship game. That'll be Michigan against USC the way it's supposed to be, the Pac-10 against the Big Ten. The Orange Bowl is the two Florida teams, the Fiesta Bowl, K-State with their big upset win last night of Oklahoma against Ohio State. Then LSU, Oklahoma are the two in the BCS, although we should call it the BSC, as that's what they pick in the Nokia Sugar Bowl for January the 4th. Peter Gammons is reporting that at 1:30 a.m. Eastern Time, which is afternoon in Tokyo, a press conference, the New York Mets are announcing the signing of Little Matsui, Kaz Matsui, the shortstop/second baseman, 3-year contract worth $6.7 million. Hot Stove League certainly lives. We are 7-7. Duckett with a touchdown for Atlanta. With the Saints losing, if Carolina wins today, they win the NFC North. But they got their hands full.
They are ghosts of the gridiron. Their names are legend, and their time has come again. Now, a new generation has emerged as college football's celebration of excellence writes a new chapter. Who will be the chosen few? The 2003 Heisman Trophy presentation presented by Wendy's, Saturday at 8 Eastern on ESPN.
Ordering Dish On Demand pay-per-view is as easy as picking up your phone. Get the best new movies, sports, and events by calling just one number, 1-877-DISH-PPV. That's 1-877-347-4778. Or log on to dishnetwork.com/PPV and follow the easy step-by-step instructions. If you can't keep a phone line connected to your receiver, just pick up your phone or log on. Visit your pay-per-view channels and look for these great new movies available for the first time on television from Dish On Demand pay-per-view.
Think it's hard to lose weight and get in shape? Think you have to go to a gym or exercise so hard it hurts and so long you tire out? Well, think again.
Introducing the Tread Climber by Nautilus, a machine so effective we guarantee results in just 30 days.
In one short workout, the Tread Climber burns twice as many calories as high-tech treadmills.
The secret is the unique dual treadles that let you step up as you move forward, so you do twice the work in one effortless motion.
Get the body you want in half the time.
Now you can own a Tread Climber with no money down and affordable monthly payments. It's made in the USA by Nautilus and is backed by a 5-year warranty.
Just 3 short workouts a week on the Tread Climber will get you into the best shape of your life.
Check out the next evolution in home fitness, the Tread Climber. Call now for a free video or DVD, or visit us at nautilusdirect.com today.
When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. Hell yeah. Hey, Falcons, run that back. When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that? Hell yeah. Hey, Falcons, run that back. How we not gonna win? The team is sick. Nothing but touchdown passes off Michael Vick. Get hit by 56 because he can't.
Michael Vick getting his first start of the 2003 season with a 2-10 team. The excitement here in Atlanta has been palpable. Everybody waiting for his return, except the Carolina defense, Paul, which has had to chase him now for 30 minutes.
I'll tell you, Carolina's lucky to be in this football game, and I mean that. But what they're going to have to do defensively is whether they're going to go with 5 down linemen or blitz, whatever they're going to do. They have got to come after Michael Vick and give him some pressure.
I think Michael Vick's got to pace himself a little bit. I think he's going to run out of gas. He looked really winded at the end of the half, and I think that he's got to slow himself down a little bit. And we heard Dan Reeves talk about it. His eyes are moving fast. He's moving fast. I think he's got to slow down a little bit, pace himself, because this is his first game.
The numbers on Vick first half, the rushing yards have been more impressive than the passing yards, although he threw a couple of beauties. Rossum is deep. Takes this at the 6. And cut down shy of the 20. Moments ago, Susie had a chance to talk to John Fox.
How would you evaluate your team's success in containing Michael Vick?
Well, right now there's 7 points on the board. They missed a couple field goals. We got some things we got to clean up. But I thought the key was our inability to score offensively with 2 turnovers, and we're going to get that squared away this half.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Boy, John Fox is a good guy, and he has built a real base in 2 years for this team.
You know, I like what he said. You know, a lot of coaches say, we've got to do this. He said, we are going to clean it up this half. We are going to clean it up.
He and Marty Herney, their vice president of operations, have done a terrific job working together.
Falcons will start from their own 19, and they'll go to the fullback, Justin Griffith, for a couple.
I was talking about when we came back from the half, Michael Vick just taking so many hits. This is early in the game. He gets slammed to the ground. Again, scrambling around. Julia Peppers buries him. Now, this is a crucial 3rd down attempt where he just is getting pummeled. And he just can't continue to take those kind of hits. You see the dropbacks and the hurries. There may not be official sacks, but his body is taking a pounding.
Duckett is the deep man, and Vick with a short set wants to throw over the middle, and he's got Algie Crumpler, one of his favorite targets, out to the 31-yard line. Wired for us tonight, defensive end Mike Rucker.
Ultimate Warrior song? Yeah, ask him. He's getting rushed. You didn't see it. You're getting hemmed up.
And he's one of the guys responsible for getting the big hit, if he can, on Michael Vick. Vick out in the flat. Griffith. Beautifully defended by the Panthers.
I think the thing when they're talking about Michael Vick, his eyes are fast, his feet are fast, everything is fast about him, Joe. I think the fact that he had to sit there for 12 games and watch his team play poorly, and now he wants to make things happen a little bit better.
Bad.
Yeah, he's
You're
trying,
right, Paul.
and it's not like he's trying too hard. These are things that he can do. But again, Dan Reeves said it on the way out with Susan. Hey, he's in his 3rd preseason game.
Exactly.
I like what Dan said too. He's fun to watch, isn't he? I mean, the coach is watching his quarterback play.
The other thing he said is maybe we can kick a field goal. They missed 2 in the first half, which would have given them the lead. Vick under pressure, down he goes. Sacked on a safety blitz by Dion Grant, and Carolina, since late in the first quarter, has gone with more and more pressure.
Well, they've been finding different combinations. They've been bringing linebackers. Now they decide to bring somebody here on this end of the line of scrimmage. They bring somebody with the same kind of speed, you hope, as Michael Vick.
Well, you see Julius Peppers, number 90. Vick saw him first, and then he thought, well, I'll just move back to this side. He never did see Dion Grant.
Remember, John Fox has made his mark in this league as a defensive coach, so he's going to make some adjustments.
Spotted at the 22. It's 3rd and 19. Draw play. Griffith. Nothing doing. Rucker is right there to make the tackle. Crowd did not like the call.
They don't ever, crowds don't understand, even though you have Michael Vick, it's 3rd down and what, almost 20?
Right.
how many times have we said this, and everybody says it when they're doing a game? There are really no plays in the playbook for this one.
Well, especially when you don't have a Warwick Dunn. I mean, you might have a Michael Vick as a threat back there, but you don't have anybody else who can run 19 yards in a hurry.
Moore will punt to Steve Smith. Nice high spiral. Smith from the 34. Nice stiff arm, gets him a couple of extra yards up to the 40-yard line after a 42-yard punt. And the Carolina defense, at least at the beginning of this half, a nice job containing Michael Vick. Can their offense do anything with it?
Holding, receiving team, number 37. Well, the kick was in the air. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down, timeout.
Nick Goings called for the penalty. That'll move them back another 10.
These everyday low fares to your favorite vacation destinations start at just $49.
You are now free to move about the country.
Hello, Moto.
Sometimes you need a little help staying in the game. Introducing new Levitra. It's a new choice, and it's here now. Ask your doctor if a free sample is right for you. Ask about new Levitra.
So you like them?
Diamond earrings from K mean two things. Every K diamond is hand selected, and she'll absolutely love
You
them.
know they go with everything.
Every kiss begins with K.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
ESPN Sunday Night Football, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Friendly nonstop service all across the country. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom. And Motorola, intelligence everywhere.
Ho, 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 ho. And Paulie, have you been a good boy this year?
Absolutely not.
I know the answer to that one. You don't even have to tell me. Ho, ho, ho.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
It is. It is
Carolina starts at its own 22. Stephen Davis really yet to get on track tonight.
Well,
Takes this one up to the 25.
If you looked at the runs that they've made, the good runs that Carolina's made, there's only been a couple of them, but they were wide. They're from tackle outside the tackles. Now, when we talked to Stephen Davis yesterday, he said where he really likes to run most is inside the tackles, between the tackles.
Well, Keith Brookings said that the key to this game was going to be holding Stephen Davis under 100 yards. So far, they've done an excellent job.
Only 10 carries, 41 yards for the Pro Bowl running back. And Brooking waiting for him in the hole this time, along with Chris Draft. Coming into this game, those two inside linebackers had combined to be in on 280 tackles.
Well, Keith Brooking is right. You got to stop Stephen Davis. And first of all, the guy on the bottom is Chris Draft, 54. And then Brookings, two linebackers making the tackle in the hole. They're not blocking up front.
Well, you know, now Atlanta plays that 3-4 front. Wade Phillips is their defensive coordinator. So if their linebackers aren't making plays, nobody is.
And they are not a very big defense at all. Third and long for Jake Delhomme. And throws a strike for a first down. Got it to Walter Young, the rookie out of Illinois, with his first catch of the year for a first down. Carl Hankton with his second catch. Check it.
Good protection. Little play action fake. Jake just slides around enough, and Deshaun Foster did a nice job. He just assumed that ball was going too hard, and it couldn't have been for him, so he just pulled his arms down.
Well, I'll tell you, that is a great reaction by Deshaun Foster, because he could have tipped that ball, and he didn't.
Big first down for Carolina to keep the sticks moving, and here comes Davis trying to get to the outside, and doesn't have a chance because Keith Newman is right there.
Boy, these linebackers are really doing a good job. This is Keith Newman getting to the outside. I said the best runs that Carolina have had so far in this game were to the outside. Well, that time, the linebacker Keith Newman is sitting there waiting on it. Number 53. And just watch what he does here.
Just takes him right to the sideline.
I like that.
Yeah, just trail him all the way out.
Newman out of North Carolina. Came over from Buffalo as a free agent.
Everybody came from Buffalo.
A lot of them did. DeLone fumbles the snap the second time tonight. He's lost it. This time Carolina gets it back. Big Kevin Donnelly pounced.
Well, Kevin Donnelly hit it with his arm the first time that DeLone fumbled. Now this time again, Jake DeLone does not really get the snap. He gets the snap, but the first place you have to go with the ball as a quarterback is you've got to get the ball, bring it to your stomach to protect it, and then hand off. See, this one just comes flying between his hands. That wasn't even a good snap from Jeff Mitchell. You got to keep your hands together, get the ball first. You really can't do much without the football, Jake.
3rd and 17. And dropped by the fullback, Brad Over.
Check the ball. This is like baseball. Give me a new ball. That one's too slippery.
Are we actually seeing what we're seeing here tonight?
I think we are.
I'm just kind of thinking, well, can we start? Yeah, can we start this baby all over again?
You don't get many style points for this one.
No.
Sauerbrunn, second in the NFL in average and net, will kick to Rossum. Really haven't seen Sauerbrunn unload yet tonight.
There he goes.
Now we have Rossum backpedals to the 12 and got just back across the 20. A 9-yard return after a 53-yard punt. Michael Vick's turn again when we come back.
Hell yeah, hey Falcons, run that.
That's really good. Martin Gramatica of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers helps United Way by volunteering in his community, teaching valuable skills to kids.
Over 1 million understand its strength. It can improve your energy, your shape. This is Bowflex Power Rod technology, and it can only be found on genuine Bowflex equipment, like the new Bowflex Extreme. Now you can get the results you want, the exercises you need, all at an affordable price. You've never seen this Bowflex before. Call 1-800-789-9500 now and get a free video or DVD and check out the new Bowflex Extreme. You can have a high-performance body. Just look for real Bowflex Power Rod technology, proven effective at burning fat and building muscle. Now you can own the new Extreme for no money down and only $19 a month. The Bowflex Extreme is not available in stores. You know you're ready. Let Bowflex help you get there. Call now for a free video or DVD today, because your results matter.
Network customers, step inside America's top 150 entertainment package. You'll get 9 commercial-free movie channels, including the Encore movie pack featuring channels such as Encore, Westerns, and Action. You'll also get more than 150 all-digital channels, including National Geographic, the Golf Channel, SoapNet, and Discovery Kids. Call 1-800-333-DISH or visit DishNetwork.com to get the dish on America's top 150 entertainment package and see what unfolds. It's all in the dish.
It's a 7-7 game, third quarter, 8 minutes to go. Atlanta going for its 3rd win of the year and Michael Vick's first start. Carolina going for the NFC South championship tonight.
And they do not want to lose 3 in a row. Jake DeLone's been frustrated. This is an offense that can't afford to go 2nd and 15, 3rd and 17. You're not going to pick them up. They don't have the weapons to do that.
T.J. Duckett. Good cutback, stripped in the football. Carolina has it. Mike Minter knocked it loose. Ricky Manning Jr. made the recovery, and Minter is the leader of this defense.
Well, Ricky Manning Jr., number 24, I think it's a guy. Isn't he the one that ripped it out?
He might have been.
He looked like he was the guy number 24. Look at him in here. Now, here's Manning. Watch him rip this thing out.
Minter's got him held up.
Minter's holding him up, making the tackle. Manning strips the ball out and then gets the recovery.
And look what he does right here. Doesn't try and run with it, just covers it up and keeps possession.
And that's a smart play we don't see a lot of guys make.
A lot of guys try and pick it up and take off with it, especially D linemen.
Huge break for Carolina. They start at the Atlanta 23. Davis. Nice cut. 20. Out of bounds at the 18. Had his legs taken out from under him by Brian Scott.
When we talked to Keith Brookings, he talked about holding Stephen Davis under 100 yards. But if you really look at Stephen Davis and the yards he's gotten, in almost every game, he's broken a 30 or a 40 yard. He'll break 2 runs in a game that'll get him about 60, 70 yards. And that's why he's able to go over 100 so often. So far, Atlanta's defense has not allowed him to get started and get a big one ripped off.
Hoover is the motion man. He's the fullback. Davis, great vision. Cuts inside the 10, first and goal, Carolina. Let's go to Susie.
Well, Davis has always been one of the NFL's workhorse backs, but this year he has more carries per game than at any time in his career, averaging 24 a game. And Davis knew what was in store for him when he met with John Fox in the offseason, so he added a little heat to his workout. Literally, he trained in Columbia, South Carolina in the middle of the summer, in the middle of the afternoon. Now we know why he's held up so well.
Susie, Spartanburg is his home, one of the reasons he came to play for this franchise. Davis inside the 5.
That little run right there just shows you how much vision he has. Because he just, the hole was gone, but he could slide. I mean, when you run with your head up and his eyes like this, look at his eyes. Now watch when he runs. The hole he sees now, that's not there. Let me just jump back out here to the outside. I'm only going to pick up a couple yards, but at least I'm getting myself in a position where I'm going forward and not backward.
What a terrific job by our camera guys to get the eyes of Stephen Davis.
Nobody wide. Power running formation. Davis runs into his own man and then runs into a swarm of red shirts.
If I were Stephen Davis, I'd say, you know, we really don't need this formation because they know I'm going to get it. So when you go into this formation, you got 11 guys on the line of scrimmage, and we don't have enough people to block him.
He could have done that one with his eyes closed. I talked to Dan Henning, the offensive coordinator of the Carolina Panthers, who was my coach with the Washington Redskins and had John Riggins. And I said, can you compare Stephen Davis to John Riggins? He said, the way I would compare him is what you've talked about, Mike, and what Susie mentioned, the conditioning part of it, because John was that way. But the vision, his ability to see the holes. We caught John at the end of his career, so he wasn't quite as fast as Stephen is.
And now Jake Delhomme is going to have to take a timeout. He had Foster in there as his running back. Stephen Davis on the sidelines.
Shopping for your wife?
Yeah, after what happened last year, I need to get her something really nice.
Thank you, sweetie.
Ta-da!
What? You think I'm fat?
Well, no.
You know, we've got a lot of great gift ideas. Movies, digital cameras, plasma TVs.
Plasma. They're thin, right?
Thousands of possibilities. Get yours. Best Buy.
Check this out. Bob here needs a car.
Whoa. How about a pickup? A black one. With a place for my bike.
With 2 million new and used cars, you're sure to find the one you want at Autotrader.com.
Need a loan?
Oh, yeah. Autotrader.com. Your car is waiting.
In the red zone, the best way to defend against the play is to stop it before it starts. That's why I use new Red Zone deodorant from Old Spice.
Red Zone's new odor defense system helps stop odor before it starts. And the scent lasts longer than the leading brand. Try it. If you don't like it, Old Spice will buy you a stick of something else.
Hey, it's better to be defensive than offensive. New Red Zone deodorant from Old Spice.
Bitter rivals meet in Hockeytown on ESPN Thursday Night Hockey. Brett Hall and the storied Detroit Red Wings face off against the Chicago Blackhawks. Chicago, Detroit, Thursday at 9. The NHL on ESPN, made in America.
So one place Stephen Davis doesn't like to be on the sideline, especially in a 3rd and goal from the 5. Deshaun Foster in his place. The Falcons trying to rally the crowd.
See, I think you got to look for Muhsin Muhammad, number 87, who's right in the slot, right there. He's the guy you got to look for because he's the big target down here.
Empty backfield blitz coming. Delhomme. Flag is down. Pass was intended for Hankton at the end of the end zone.
Now you're going to see Stephen Davis.
Holding. Number 20 prior to the pass. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Alan Rossum called for the penalty.
You know, it's such a killer. Alan Rossum is the guy that's going to be called for holding. And it's down here near the end zone. It's a half the distance penalty. But the worst part about it, there's Alan Rossum holding, but the worst part about this whole thing, it's the automatic first down.
And he was holding on to Ricky Prohl, who's trying to work to the middle. Ricky Prohl has been a go-to guy for them. Had three TDs so far this year.
Big Eaters are back in the lineup for Carolina. Full house backfield. Davis, maybe a half a yard.
Well, this for Carolina right now, I think you're set up for a play action pass or a naked boot by Jake Delhomme. Everybody is just converging. The linebackers are shooting the gaps. All the defensive linemen are pointed in to try and stop Stephen Davis up the middle.
I give it to Stephen Davis 2 more times.
Well, Carolina is a team built to play power football. Atlanta is an undersized defensive line.
Yeah, but if they can get in penetration like they did the last time, Stephen Davis is not going to go anywhere.
Delhomme, bootleg. Nowhere to throw it. Jermaine Wiggins was out on the pattern, but he was covered very well. Atlanta sniffed that out immediately.
He was covered by everybody. I mean, Chris Graff was a linebacker, who was also back there. You know, when you look at the formation, I'm sorry, I just don't like it. You got all your tight ends in there. You got no place to go, and they're all caving down inside. But take a look at the coverage downfield. That's Graff covering the tight end. That's okay. That frees up everybody else.
And that's why Jake Delhomme was yelling. He thought Draft held Wiggins right at the end of the play. Davis, touchdown.
Thank you.
The Falcons have given up a rushing touchdown in every game this season.
Well, certainly this one was aided by a great play by Ricky Manning Jr. on the fumble recovery, and the Panthers didn't have to go very far.
Well, look at that penetration by that offensive line.
Great block by Jeff Mitchell, the center. And Foxy likes it.
And as you saw, it's been 35 years since a team had given up a touchdown in 13 straight games to start the season. The Carolina Panthers, who fell behind 7-0, have now scored the last 14 points.
This town.
Last Tuesday, ABC shattered the boundaries of network television.
I want that money.
This Tuesday, prepare to cross the line again.
What do you want me to do? Steal the money back? Yeah.
A new Line of Fire, Tuesday at 10/9 Central on ABC.
Property owners, DR's largest 20% off-season savings are now in effect on the amazing DR Field and Brush Mower. Call now, and for a very limited time, you can save up to $579. Now, if you've ever tried to clear an overgrown field or ditch with a handheld brush cutter, you know they're exhausting to use. Take hold of a DR Field and Brush Mower, though, and you've got a whole different story. The DR knocks over brush and saplings up to 2.5 inches thick and chops most everything it cuts. So why let weeds and brush take over? Call 1-800-535-3200 for your free DR Field and Brush Mower catalog and video. There's no obligation, but you must call right now to qualify for our largest 20% off-season savings. That's 1-800-535-3200. Online at drfieldbrush.com.
DR is professional power for homeowners.
Boy, I hope Roger found enough firewood. Yeah, I want to make s'mores. Hey guys, I gathered the wood and made a fire. Oh yeah, and I built a shelter.
Even as a kid, I believed in giving people a little more than they expected. I'm Roger Riney. I started Scottrade to take care of online investors like nobody else. With $7 trades, no inactivity fees, and personal attention at your local office. Click, call, or stop by Scottrade today.
Panthers, after the fumble recovery, go 23 yards in 7 plays. Stephen Davis gets the go-ahead touchdown, and that holding call was big on 3rd and goal.
A lot of guys save the balls they score touchdowns with. Stephen just throws them into the stands, even if it's in Atlanta.
I think he knew somebody was throwing it to them, and whoever he was throwing it to got knocked out.
Hey, for any guy that weighs 220 pounds, he can do what he wants, right?
This one bounces to Rossum off of Kozlowski, the up man, and out of bounds. Michael Vick in his first start of the season. Now can he come from behind?
Just stop. That's not on anybody's list.
Hectic holiday shopping can wear you down, so Staples makes it simple with digital and technology gifts that are easy to buy. And right now, Staples.com orders are delivered free. Holiday gifts at Staples. That was easy.
I would have gone vanilla with that sweater.
Ice cream, $3.
I think I would have parked a little closer.
Gas, $22.
Whoa. I think...
Haircut, $30.
What? I would have looked out for the water main. But that's just me.
Monday morning quarterbacks, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard.
I would have double bagged it.
The new Braun Free Glider automatically dispenses a protective shaving conditioner, reducing the risk of abrasion, giving a clean, close shave.
And if you're not completely satisfied, we'll give you your money back. Braun, designed to make a difference.
College football's celebration of excellence writes a new chapter. Who will be the chosen few? The 2003 Heisman Trophy presentation presented by Wendy's. Saturday at 8 Eastern on ESPN.
Back in Atlanta, where the Panthers have taken a 14-7 lead over the Falcons, 4:30 to go 3rd quarter. Atlanta ball at its own 18-yard line.
An ugly but competitive one. Would you say it's a good way to describe this?
Yes, I would.
Ugly but competitive.
Michael Vick with time. Now buys himself some more. What a cut! Michael Vick off to the races. And did you see his teammates scramble and throw blocks?
You know what? He can run just as fast backwards as he can forward. He backed out of that whole thing and got himself downfield. Watch him back out. Here he is. He's setting up the throw. Okay, let's go backwards for a little while. Now it's open. And you're right, Michael. Look at all of these guys. Now they come back to block for him.
That's Algie Crumpler, number 83, that's going to peel out. But here comes the move where he just leaves everybody sliding. There's no way the linebackers are going to catch him. And you can't figure out how to take an angle on him because he makes that angle evaporate.
He has rushed 8 times for 81 yards. Now Duckett trying to turn the corner. Does. Ran through 1 tackle, then slammed to the ground at the 47 by Al Wallace. Well, you know there's a great running back in this game. It's Stephen Davis. But Vick has more rushing yards than the entire Panthers team, 81-64.
But I don't know if he can keep on doing that, and I don't know if his ankle can hold up to this. I mean, he only played a quarter and a half against the Texans last week, got comfortable with it. Now he's out there running around, putting a lot of strain on an ankle, and it hasn't gone through this. I just don't know how much more that leg's going to be able to take if he keeps pushing it this way.
2nd and 7. Griffith in the flat. And breaks a couple of tackles and pick up yards. Got away from Ricky Manning Jr. Finally taken down by Bill Witherspoon, who's in there for the injured Dan Morgan.
What are you chuckling about?
Well,
you're chuckling away over.
Yeah, but watching Justin Griffith, and the guy, everybody had a shot at him. There were 2 different guys that had clean shots at this guy, and he still picked up 2 more yards.
Third and 2 for the Falcons, trying to keep the drive alive. Vick has that one batted down. It was intended for Crumpler, and Al Wallace, who has done a fine job alternating with Mike Rucker at that defensive end spot, knocked it down.
Well, I'll tell you, you talk about perfect timing by a defensive end, Al Wallace, number 96. Yeah, throw it again over my way. Watch this. Boom, he sees Vick. He waits, up in the air. Well, he didn't even have to jump. The thing hit him in the mouth.
And that's what I talked about. When you want to throw short routes or screens, it's a problem because the defensive linemen aren't really rushing and creating any lanes for you. They have to protect themselves against Michael.
Moore to punt to Steve Smith. Beautiful high spiral. And it takes an Atlanta bounce. And they'll down it at the 10.
Few people in the game of football have the ability to change direction. Barry Sanders was one of them. You see him start forward, plant the left foot, jump start, go right, go left, slide, move forward, move back, head on out. Now the young version of the Barry Sanders is at quarterback, Michael Vick. You see him move, slide, jump slide, step, and now turn on the speed. Like Barry Sanders, Michael Vick can run. He'll run 4 yards, 5 yards, and all of a sudden, bang, there's 40.
Barry Sanders' ankles were made of rubber. They had to be.
We found out Michael's weren't, but I think they might have put a little in there.
Carolina backed up to its own 10. Davis. Brooking is waiting for him as he picks up 2 or 3. The first 25 games of his career, Michael Vick has rushed for more yards than any other quarterback in NFL history. Passed Randall Cunningham and passed Donovan McNabb and passed them by a good 20%.
They almost had it last year. He had 777 just last year. So he almost got by those guys in 1 year.
Delhomme sets in the pocket and throws a strike. Flag is down as Steve Smith made the catch up at the 24. We'll check the marker.
Now that's the same official that made the call the last time and called it defensive pass interference. Now he makes what could be the correct call and calls it offensive pass interference.
Ray Buchanan says, yeah, it's offensive pass interference. Ray Buchanan is number 34.
Bill Carollo, our referee.
Yeah, I'd take the penalty, of course. What do you think?
You got the first down.
Pass interference, 89, offense. Half the distance to the goal, Replay, second down.
All right, Stephen Smith is going to come up on it, and I believe it's Ray Buchanan because he's the guy that they called it. Here's Ray Buchanan, 34 outside. Stephen Smith. Now look at the push out with the hand.
Well, I'll tell you, that's a bad call by the official. There's no contact there. Because Ray Buchanan never established a position on the field.
Yeah, he can't push off, though.
But that should have been a no call. And it's the same official that made the call before. I mean, I didn't like the first one. I thought he blew it. And I thought this one, Ray Buchanan never established a position for Steve Smith to run into him with. I'm sorry.
You don't like pass interference either way, do you?
I don't mind.
What do you have against pass interference?
I have nothing
That's how you got most of your yardage.
But I never got credit for the yards. That's the problem.
That's right, you did. You wouldn't get credit for the yardage.
John Fox is still harping about that call.
And I agree with him.
And now it's 3rd and 7. Deshaun Foster looking for a seam, instead gets a helmet right in his grill work.
Mike, I want to go back to that one play real quick. One thing in the official's favor, when a wide receiver gets his arm away from his body and makes contact with a defender, they're normally going to call offensive pass interference.
Maybe that's what he does it right in front of the official.
Your mind.
Backpedal a little bit. But I'm trying
talking about a guy treading water.
Trying to be right.
And we thought Michael Vick had quick feet. End of the quarter. It's 14-7 Panthers over the Falcons.
The Jimmy V Classic, Tuesday at 7 and 9:30 on ESPN.
Check Sam Blitz. Check that safe. Watch 26. I got you, Mike Vick. It's short, too. Check over. Ready? Watch T.O. Red. T.O.'s in motion. Hey, hey. Watch the ball. You were gonna block.
Man, I thought you were gonna run.
John Lynch and his mom are coming to your home.
Hey, how you doing?
John Lynch, how you doing? Very nice to meet you. Come in, let's go.
And they're bringing dinner. New Campbell's Chunky Grilled Chicken and Sausage Gumbo. Hearty chunks of savory meat, veggies, and rice.
What do you say I autograph?
Sure beats another frozen dinner.
Come on, check out the place. Can we play a little bit?
Mom doesn't like me rough.
Come on, you can hit me a little bit.
Sorry, Mom.
Have chunky soup for dinner.
That was great, man.
Make it Campbell's instead.
The guys in our truck get a great view of the high-definition monitor. You can see it, too. Sunday Night Football next week. The Giants and the Saints, ESPN HD, available nationwide. And the entire winter schedule for HD in the ESPN high-definition section of ESPN.com.
We get to see a true Pro Bowler next week in Deuce McAllister. And we're about 10 days, 14 days away from Pro Bowl balloting. Lots of guys. I think there'll be lots of new players in the Pro Bowl this year, of which we get a chance to go over and broadcast.
Sauerbrunn to kick to Rossum, who waits at his 40. Another bad. Another low line drive. It doesn't take a good bounce and is down to the 50. 34-yard kick, no return. Mike Rucker wired for sound tonight. You'll love this.
Yeah, you worried about me. 7-6. That's 2 penalties on you today. I got his head already. What's up now, 7-6? Hey, 7-6, get off of me, 7-6. You always want to try to pick on somebody. We're done.
7-6 is Kevin Schaefer.
I'll tell you, I used to hate guys that talk like that. Oh. Bubba Baker used to play for the Detroit Lions, would never shut up. Thank goodness we didn't have anybody wired then.
At least learn my name, man. Don't call me by a number, 7-6.
Vick to Crumpler to the 45. Let's go to Susie.
You know, Mike Rucker is one of those guys who always seems to be overshadowed. The guys on the line say he's like the supporting actor in a movie. Somebody else is always grabbing the headlines. It used to be Reggie White. Now it's Julius Peppers. He says he's just there to fill in the cracks and blend in. When you're leading the NFL in sacks, I don't necessarily think you're blending in, but he says you just bring that hard hat to work every day and do your job.
Susie, it was funny. He says, I've been operating under the radar. Well, they got him on radar now. 12 sacks in 12 games. Vick short set. And a completion to Peerless Price. And now the ball came loose. Incomplete. Deion Grant just creamed him.
You know why? I'll tell you, this play here, you have to come down and control the football when you make the catch. And Peerless Price drops the ball. Deion Grant, I mean, he does hammer him. Look at this play here. Peerless Price has the ball. Now, when you come down, you have to have control of the ball. The ball comes out. You're not going to argue about this one?
I'm not arguing with you at all, Paul. You got it, man.
No, I don't.
I'm with you. You're right.
Couple of wicked hits by Deion Grant tonight.
Although I thought it should have been kept.
3rd and 4. And they'll whistle this dead.
Delay a game. There's 5 more.
Delay. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
These are all things that Michael is trying to work himself through. You know, managing the game, clock management, getting the plays in from the sidelines quicker. That's why he's looking over at Coach Reeves. Coaches have to get the ball signs in quick enough so the quarterbacks can communicate with the team. Yeah, they haven't started the clock yet, so they've got the time here to get what they want.
But now it's 3rd and 9.
It's all part of playing the position and getting your feet wet again.
Carolina showing a 4-man line. And they come with 4. Vick loses his footing, goes down and is sacked. Back at the 42-yard line, Julius Peppers.
Well, I tell you what, this sack, you give credit to this sack to the ground because Michael Vick went back to throw. And here comes Peppers coming around on the outside. Peppers is on Todd Weiner, and Michael Vick, when he slips, so the ground should get a half a sack. Yep. And Julius Peppers, you get the other half.
Of course, they have that special turf in here.
Steve Smith is deep. Comes up and makes the catch at the 18. Cut down immediately. Russell was there after a 39-yard punt. Twan Russell, a very speedy linebacker, makes the tackle on special teams.
Don't just give a gift. Give the good life.
This is the year to get him something for all his projects, and Sears is the place to do it.
A saw with a laser. How cool is that?
This year, I'm going to give him the ultimate workshop.
Stores my tools, charges my batteries. I love it.
Sears is his favorite store.
The big tool sale at Sears. Get great savings on top brands, including Craftsman, like this Mechanics tool set for just $99.99.
Give the good life.
Rock, yeah, we're gonna take the rock. Right, the rock.
Whew. The rock. Yeah, the rock.
It'll get you there. The rest is up to you.
What do you say we go warm up on that rock over there?
Yeah, the rock.
The largest, most powerful 4Runner yet, with an available 3rd-row seat.
What's the deal with the LG VX6000 camera phone? It's only $99.99. Want to see that deal again? At this price, it's never been easier or more affordable to snap, style, and share all those fun moments. And you can even add sound and text.
This rocks.
The coolest pictures, the coolest phone, at the coolest price. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
ESPN Sunday Night Football, brought to you by Toyota. Get the feeling. NikeGridiron.com. And Sears. Don't just give a gift, give the good life. Sears. Good life, great price.
We're in the beautiful city of Atlanta, Georgia, where the Panthers are leading the Falcons as we're in the fourth quarter, 14-7. Carolina will start from its own 19-yard line. Michael Vick's first starting assignment of the year. But right now, the upper hand belongs to Carolina. They can clinch the NFC South with a win tonight. DeLome quick out to Smith. Ray Buchanan is there. Holds him to a short game. Take a look at the playoff picture right now. The division leaders, St. Louis, playing tomorrow night, of course. Philadelphia with 3 losses. St. Louis only 3. Carolina and Minnesota. And the wild cards would be Dallas and Seattle right now. Green Bay only 1 game back. The other 3 teams, San Francisco, New Orleans, and Tampa Bay, mathematically alive, but would need a lot of things to happen.
Well, it's that kind of a crazy year, so one of those 4 could make it.
Davis trying to get wide on the toss.
That Falcon defense has done an excellent job. Brady Smith coming all the way from the other side to make the tackle. But they've done an excellent job of not giving Stephen Davis a chance to, as you talk about it all the time, Paul, square his shoulders up to the line and be able to accelerate.
You know, it really is. This defense, and when you know that your whole offense, well, not your whole, 85% of your offense is Stephen Davis. But I think tonight Jake DeLome has done an excellent job of taking over this football team.
He's going to have to do it again on
3rd and 6. Davis has rushed for 77 yards, but it's taken 27 carries. DeLome under pressure. Somehow got out of there, but not the second time. Ellis Johnson with his 8th sack of the season.
Matt Stewart, number 52, the linebacker, is the guy that causes all these problems. You're going to see him come in. Matt Stewart right there, number 52, spins Lone back, and Ellis Johnson makes the play. That's just a great defensive stand.
Wade Phillips, the defensive coordinator, just keep bringing guys. They lost Mark Fields early in the year.
The 6th drive of the night for Carolina without a first down, and now Sauerbrunn will have to kick out of the end zone. Rossum, a very late fair catch signal, and I don't know if they're going to give a penalty to Dante Wellesley on that one.
Absolutely not, because I'm going to tell you, this is Rossum's fault. He put his hand up, just a short hand up, and then the ball is there. You can't do that. What are you looking at, Alan? It's your fault. No, you didn't.
If you waved it like that, they'd have given it to you.
But you put your hand up at the last second and expect the guy to peel off. Watch this. Here's Rossum waiting on the ball. Bang, the hand goes up, and the ball, he's already there.
Now, that's in slow motion, too.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm glad they didn't make a call on this. I hope they don't.
Good call by the official, guys. Excellent call. You're right, Paul.
Let me move here by you again, Mike. Slide down.
Good call.
And now they're having a discussion about it. Rossum's fair catch signal was so late.
There shouldn't be a discussion.
Wesley really didn't have a chance to pull up.
You made a good point, though. You were seeing it in slow motion, folks. And when you got a guy coming down, you know, at 100 miles an hour.
It was bang, bang.
Sure it was.
There's no fair catch signal on the play. Therefore, the play stands.
Good for you.
Atlanta's ball, first down, timeout.
Michael Vick running out of time here in the fourth quarter, down by 7. Got a chance to be a hero again in his first start of the season.
Tonight on SportsCenter, lots of surprises on Showdown Sunday. Why Machine Over Man has created controversy in the BCS, and the inspirational story of an unlikely good luck charm for a New England college. SportsCenter after the game on ESPN.
Think it's hard to lose weight and get in shape? Think you have to go to a gym or exercise so hard it hurts and so long you tire out? Well, think again.
Introducing the Tread Climber by Nautilus, a machine so effective we guarantee results in just 30 days.
In one short workout, the Tread Climber burns twice as many calories as high-tech treadmills.
The secret is the unique dual treadles that let you step up as you move forward, so you do twice the work in one effortless motion.
Get the body you want in half the time.
Now you can own a tread climber with no money down and affordable monthly payments. It's made in the USA by Nautilus and is backed by a 5-year warranty.
Just 3 short workouts a week on the tread climber will get you into the best shape of your life.
Check out the next evolution in home fitness, the tread climber. Call now for a free video or DVD or visit us at nautilusdirect.com today.
Are you ready, people? Positions, grab those remotes.
It's time to get those thumbs in shape.
And select.
Just press select on your remote during this commercial and get Showtime Unlimited. 10 premium channels, hundreds of hit movies, and popular Showtime originals.
Select.
It's just $11.99 a month. Press select and enjoy it all right now.
Work it, people. Just a few more seconds.
Press select now.
Great job. Now cool down. Stretch those thumbs.
Oh, we know that young man has the jersey. He's got the helmet. Fully decked out for the return of Michael Vick, and Vick has the ball at his own 44-yard line, down by a touchdown. Roll out. Vick with blocking in front.
He's gone. He's gone.
20. And ripped as he got to the 13. A 43-yard run, and that was run all the way.
How's that for a sweep?
Well, you know,
Green Bay sweep.
It was a beautiful sweep, and watch him wait for his blockers. Look at here. He waits, he waits, he waits. Now, he turns on the speed back across the field. I think the only reason why he didn't score is that late in the game he's had to run that long distance.
I think he's tired. I agree with you, Paul, but see what he runs like the great runners. We talked about Stephen Davis and his vision. Michael runs until he has to just find a hole, and then he accelerates through it.
9 runs, 124 yards. But he's got to learn to slide, Joe.
Well, that time I think he was trying to just go for the gold. He will.
124 yards. He's averaging 13 yards. So when he's done playing quarterback, he'll become a running back.
Yeah, and his old age, he'll become a running back.
Now, the one that beats the 124 was the NFL record he set last year against Minnesota. He had 173 yards rushing against the Vikings.
But keep in mind, I believe, keep in mind, that the big one I think was in overtime, the last one, right?
I'll tell you what, we haven't even mentioned. This defense has got to have a problem. They're tired.
Duckett. Boy, solid tackle by Deion Grant.
T.J. Duckett is too big a back to be running laterally. He's got to run towards the line of scrimmage. He can't be running sideways.
Well, I think they gave it to T.J. Duckett so they can rest Michael for the next play.
And tire the defense out a little more?
Yeah, let him whack a few guys.
Makes sense.
And Deion Grant and Duckett are woofing at each other after that play. They really miss Warwick Dunn and his ability to break it.
I think you miss work done in this situation, too, on third and short situations, and also the ability to pick up those extra yards.
There you go.
Vick with room to run again. They'll mark it at the 6.
I'll tell you what, you know what's really amazing about him? Now, you talk about all his running, his strides, and all the other things, but watch how quick he's in top gear. He's back. Okay, nobody open. See the hole. Look at how fast he's on the move.
The other thing I've seen him do is his footing has been unsure. You see him when he takes off to run. We saw him slip once when he was setting up. The last couple times he's tried to take off and accelerate to run, his foot's slipping a little.
10 carries, 133 yards. Fake the end around to Price. Complete the pass to Justin Griffith, the fullback. That will be 1st and goal. The ball came loose.
Wow, did he get hammered? I'll tell you, Michael Vick picked up the ball and got hammered.
Somebody's got to throw a flag.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's got to throw a flag.
There's not a flag been thrown. Are you kidding me?
Everybody going after everybody else.
Look at that. You've got guys ripping guys' helmets off.
Wesley just ripped off Peerless Price's helmet and nothing happened.
Come on. Come on. If you're an official in this football game, when are you going to take control of it? You know, I like that an offensive lineman is going to come and protect his quarterback, okay? But when a guy rips a helmet off, there's got to be a penalty.
The ruling on the field is the runner is stopped by forward progress, allowing a first down.
But it doesn't matter. If a personal foul is committed at any time in the game, it should be assessed.
I think it was Chris Jenkins, number 77, it hits. Now, here's the play right here. They say, all right, he's down. Here comes the ball. Look at this. Michael Vick picks up, and Chris Jenkins, 77, just labels him. But I'm telling you, he's supposed to.
Exactly.
This is a great play by Jenkins, because if that ball was fumbled and it wasn't rolled down, I don't know why everybody's upset.
Well, I don't have a problem with that. Now everybody is well, first of all, I want my lineman to protect my quarterback.
First and goal. Duckett. The first man there, Lester Towns. They could have handed out a slew of penalties on that last
man. Well,
the one ripping the helmet off was just ridiculous. I mean, when you're an official, when you're a referee in a game like this and somebody rips a helmet off, that's terrible. Now,
this is a great shot right here.
That happens, okay? Now the pushing and shoving starts. All right, now all they want to do is protect.
Look, they're throwing the officials out of the way.
Yeah.
Second and goal. Duckett. No, Vick. What a fake, and Michael Vick scores.
You don't mind if you run a little play action fake with Michael Vick, do you, Paul? Is that okay?
Is that frightening? They didn't even know he had the ball.
Boy, nice job by Duckett, too.
Michael's gassed. We talk about Carolina's defense being gassed.
Virtually every single play on that drive was engineered by Michael Vick, something they missed for 12 straight weeks when he was hurt and out of the lineup. He is something special.
Just like that. My cousin told me about a Class 5 this way.
We're going to take a Class 5 Rapids.
Bring it on!
All right.
Let's do it. If we take a Class 3 and a Class 2, that's like taking a Class 5, right?
I'm pretty sure you're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It'll get you there. The rest is up to you. The largest, most powerful forerunner yet.
When the stakes are high, the great ones answer the call. Like a November wind, you cut through the unforgiving wasteland of company data and emerged with numbers that were once untouchable. You have the new Microsoft Office system. It's showtime.
So, you like it?
A diamond bracelet from Kay means two things. Every Kay diamond is hand-selected, and she'll absolutely love it.
You know, it goes with everything.
Every kiss begins with Kay.
Stuck on You has critics going wild.
It's gonna be all over the 5 o'clock news.
It's a comedy classic.
I've always told you that.
4 stars times 2.
I'm not here.
Yellow. Stuck on You, rated PG-13. Friday, only in theaters.
College football's celebration of excellence writes a new chapter. Who will be the chosen few? The 2003 Heisman Trophy presentation presented by Wendy's. Saturday at 8 Eastern on ESPN.
It is a fourth-quarter tie between the Panthers and the Falcons. Michael Vick did most of it himself on this scoring drive that went 56 yards. He rushed for 53 of the 56 and got the touchdown.
Michael Vick seems to be all right. These guys are winded.
I think he's a little gassed, too.
Rod Smart on the return. Taken down at the 23. Let's go to Susan.
You know, guys, it seemed like it took a long time for Michael Vick to come back this season, and he took a lot of criticism for it. But tonight's performance completely supports why he felt he had to be 100% before he came back. His game is all about breaking out of the pocket and running, and he knows he can't work his magic without his ankle being 100%. And just watching him tonight shows that he did make the right decision, because you wouldn't want him on the field if he's not 100% right.
Susie, 134 yards, the third best quarterback rushing number ever. Jake Delhomme dropped at the 39, right in the hands of Smith.
And you know, so when you think about this offense, Steve Smith has almost 70 catches. Muhsin Muhammad only has 40, and Chris Mingham, the tight end, has 15. Steve Smith is the guy that Jake Delhomme's going to throw the football to. He seems to be running through defenses unchecked and untouched. I mean, put two people on him. They're not throwing to anybody else.
Second and 10 for Carolina. The crowd chants defense. Delhomme, little flanker screen. Smith!
I'll tell you, Keith Brooking didn't have a chance. I mean, he was in the position that Steve Smith just made a move and ran away from him. Keith Brooking is a linebacker. You're going to see him come out here. He reads the play perfectly. Here he comes. He just can't get there. Smith's speed gets him down the sideline. Now they got a 1st and 10 again.
I mean, the Panthers really don't throw to anyone else. If they're going to win this game and they're going to go on into the playoffs, people are going to take away Steve Smith, so they have to figure out a few other guys that can catch the football for him.
First down from the 43. Davis just tripped up by Brady Smith. Big number 91 got a handout. If you're a Carolina fan, you have to be happy about the closeness to the game, because this team has won them all. 3 or fewer points, 6-0. 3 have come in overtime.
You know, we were talking to him yesterday and asking him about that, and then you sit there and you think, wouldn't you really like to have more points?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we won those games, but we had to fight like crazy to do it.
2nd and 8. Blitz coming. Delhomme tries to complete it, throws it downfield to Muhammad, incomplete.
Hey, Mike, you go all the way back to that first game against Jacksonville. Jake Delhomme took over for Rodney Peete. They were down by 17 points. He brought them back, and they won the football game. So this team believes in their quarterback. They believe that he can bring them back from any deficit and get a victory.
Well, not only did he win that one, coming back from 17 points, he led them to several other fourth-quarter wins, just making one miracle throw after another. And Keith Newman is the injured Falcon. We have had multiple injuries in this ball game. Got a timeout, only 6:54 to go from Atlanta. Fourth-quarter tie game.
Tonight on SportsCenter, lots of surprises on Showdown Sunday. Why machine over man has created controversy in the BCS, and the inspirational story of an unlikely good luck charm for New England College. SportsCenter after the game on ESPN.
Here, you'll be lean, mean, computer-buying machines. I'll give you the skills, the smarts, and the courage.
I do not have to settle for what's on the shelf. Your PC jargon has no effect on me.
It won't be easy. Drop down and give me 50. But you'll be able to buy a computer without getting ripped off and sit home crying to your mama.
Want an easier way to buy a PC? Don't go there. Go Dell. Forget all the mega this and giga that. Just tell Dell what you want to do with your PC in plain English. They'll build one that fits your life and your budget. Like this Dimension desktop with an Intel Pentium 4 processor. It's just $499 after mail-in rebate. Plus you'll get free shipping and a free memory upgrade. Notebooks start at $799.
Why don't you just quit?
I still don't know how to format a hard drive. Your perfect PC, easy as Dell.
Dell PCs use Intel Pentium 4 processors.
When the world's just waking up, I'm already out on the road. There's the Beckers. Our kids play ball together. That's the new industrial park we just built lines into. If you work for a local electric co-op, you're part of the community, just like everybody else. You make every customer feel like they own the business you work for. Because in an electric co-op, they do.
One thing Michael Vick doesn't do is play defense. He's hoping that unit can hold the Carolina Panthers right here so he gets another shot. All Patrick Kearney being a cheerleader.
All he's missing is pom-poms. Maybe he can borrow TOs.
3rd and 8 for the Panthers. Delhomme under pressure and sacked by Kearney.
That's why he was cheering. That's why he wanted the crowd loud.
Boy, I'll tell you, this defense of Atlanta, you know what makes him better? Michael Vick. Now here comes Patrick Kearney. Watch him. He doesn't stop. He goes after Delhomme. He gets to him. But I tell you, he beats Gross, the lineman. But the one thing about Michael Vick, he just picked up this entire football team, except for the field goal kick.
Jordan Gross, their right tackles, their #1 pick out of Utah as a rookie, getting a lesson.
Officially, it won't be a sack because it was a gain of 1. Pretty kick this time. Rossum backpedals to the 10. 43-yard kick, no return, and the Falcons will start deep in their own territory. Vick has shown us tonight why he is certainly one of the most exciting players in the game, if not the most exciting.
See, I think if you're Dan Reeves, I put Michael Vick in the shotgun. T.J. Duckett is a big back. Griffith is a big back. You really have no speed threat in the backfield. If you want to pound it in for 1 or 2 yards, you can, but I don't know why you'd want to. Put Michael Vick in the shotgun, cut him loose, let him use the threat of the run to soften the defense up, and let him go play football. Right, it's a sandlot game right now. Let him go play sandlot.
Falcons may be 2-10, but keep in mind this was a team that people talked about as a playoff contender, perhaps a Super Bowl contender in preseason before Vick's injury. Duckett. And the big guy rumbles out near the 20.
We saw how many yards Michael Vick has. Look at those feet. Quick slant, cuts. I mean, he's just got defenders sliding all over. Now, when he sees a hole, he starts to accelerate by Deion Grant. Now hurtling into the end zone and winding up with the touchdown. Goes over Lester Town.
Here we are in that situation again, 2nd and 1.
I give it to the big boy.
But you got to defend against Michael Vick.
Griffith is the single setback, and he'll get the carry.
And he got the first down.
And continues to move the pile out to the 24.
Atlanta struggled when Michael was in the game at the end of it last week against the Houston Texans, and their clock management wasn't that good. Now, he's had another game under his belt, and that's the thing that he has to be conscious of, not taking unnecessary penalties, being judicious with his use of timeouts. And Julius Peppers has got to figure out a way to contain him.
Under 5 minutes. Vick against the blitz and has it batted down right in his face. Witherspoon.
Boy, I tell you, Joe, you know what? They were trying to run something you said before, don't try to do, and run a screen. Michael Vick, Witherspoon comes straight up. Nobody blocks him. They're trying to run a screen out here to Michael Vick's right-hand side. And you're absolutely right. When you can't, I mean, there's no lanes to throw the ball in because these guys, all the defensive linemen are doing is sitting at the line of scrimmage.
If they're bringing anybody, they're bringing a corner or they're bringing a linebacker. And you know, I mean, to me, screens in this situation for the Falcons are wasted calls. They're wasted opportunities for yards.
Because that defense certainly isn't concerned about anybody but Michael Vick.
Well, now he's in the shotgun.
Vick with time, throws too high, intended for Price. And well covered by Dante Wesley.
See, and that's the thing that Michael Vick isn't comfortable with yet. I think throwing the football that effectively. It's going to take him some time to find a comfort level again.
Well, you know what he ought to do in a shotgun with nobody rushing? Just run around anyway. Because he throws better when he's running around. So go ahead and run around somewhere and then throw the ball.
Yeah, stand still for a second and then go.
Yeah, run around. Don't stand back there in the shotgun and try to throw.
Well, they have designed rollouts. Why not design scrambles?
I got a feeling he'll be moving.
For him, they have him.
3rd and 10.
That's the Michael Vick line there.
Blitz coming.
Here it comes.
Vick up the middle and will not get the first down. Stopped at the 32.
Mike Rucker. What a great job by Mike Rucker.
It was a saving tackle, wasn't it?
He could have gone a long way right there. Once they bring the blitz and Michael Vick breaks in past it, if one guy doesn't get him by the heels, there's a long way to run.
Well, this is what scares you. Watch on the left side. Here he comes. Mike Rucker makes the tackle. Just a great play.
I think he's gone if he doesn't make that play.
Falcons now have to punt with 3:54 to go. High floater by Moore, and Smith with a fair catch. 44-yard kick. Here are the results of our Sunday stud poll, and Clinton Portis with an unbelievable performance in a huge game. Denver knocking off Kansas City. Gets 70.4% of the vote. Jeff Garcia, who had a brilliant day of his own, finishes in 2nd place, single digits for the other 3.
That's amazing. 27 million votes.
I'll tell you, when you have the day that Randy Moss
you
and
got me there.
When Jamal Lewis and Randy Moss do the things that they did today, and they finish, what, 4th and 5th, that tells you just how tough it is to be a stud, Paul.
I'll tell you, I was watching that Denver game with Clinton Portis, and this guy is a stud.
It was a setup line if I ever heard it.
Yeah, I know.
1st and 10 from the 20. Delhomme to throw. Plenty of time, and completes it out to the 39-yard line to Muhammad.
Boy, Jake Delhomme has been in this situation so many times.
6 game-winning drives in the 4th quarter or overtime. Number 1 in the NFL. 1 coming off the bench in the 1st game. 5 as a starter. He's been a miracle worker.
And what's
he throws it pretty good.
He does throw it well. And he throws it from a lot of different places. And I love versatility in delivery. A little high, a little low, a little sidearm. Get there.
Davis. Just tripped up, got to the 44. He's been close a couple of times tonight.
Of course,
breaking a big one.
Keep in mind what's at stake for the Carolina Panthers. They win tonight. They win the division. They lock it up.
We're inside of 3 minutes. Carolina, I don't know if it makes that much difference right now, but they have 2 timeouts left and the 2-minute warning. I can assure you, they want to run it down, kick a field goal with 1 second.
And John Casey is 2 for 4 outside of 50 yards.
Davis fumbled the football. Delhomme got it back. Very fortunate bounce for Carolina. Came right back to Jake Delhomme.
Now the question is, whose fault is this? Is it Stephen Davis not getting the ball? Jake Delhomme not getting it to him? Here it comes. Stephen Davis.
I think it's Jake Delhomme. He's not even looking at the ball being placed in the quarterback's in the running back's stomach. He's looking over his shoulder.
Although, did you see Stephen Davis? He was already making his cut before he had that handoff.
It's the responsibility of the quarterback to get the ball to the center or to the running back.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, tied at 14.
One and only Dockers stain defender.
Rock! Yeah, we're gonna take the rock, right? The rock.
The rock. Yeah, the rock.
It'll get you there. The rest is up to you.
What do you say we go one up on that rock over there?
Yeah, the rock.
The largest, most powerful forerunner yet, with an available 3rd-row seat.
This season, get the newest phones with the coolest stuff from AT&T Wireless. With M-Mode, you can play games, text message, find the latest news and weather, Even share pictures. Sign up for our family plan, and additional lines are $9.99 a month. Plus, get up to 4 free phones. For cool gift ideas for the whole family, reach out on the wireless service America trusts. AT&T Wireless. Hurry in today.
Get all your kids' NFL gear at NFLshop.com. Check it out.
It has been such a miserable season for the Atlanta Falcons. 2-10 coming into this game now, tied at 14 with 2 minutes to go. Michael Vick can only sit and watch as Carolina has the football at its own 41-yard line with a big third down for Jake Delhomme.
And keep an eye on number 81. That's Ricky Poole. He's in the slot up to Delhomme's left. Upper part, now he's in motion.
Delhomme under pressure, throws incomplete. Intended for Smith, covered by Todd McBride. Carolina will have to punt it away, and Michael Vick will get another opportunity.
Well, Jake Delhomme, it's hard to throw the ball when you're running for your life, and he's been running quite a bit.
You're right, Paul. You made a great point, I thought. I mean, Atlanta's defense is just playing lights out, and it's all because of number 7 on the other side of the ball.
Rawson is deep. And this one will go out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Atlanta would already have the lead, but special teams have been not so special. Jay Feely has been left on 2, to the disappointment of Michael Vick
and everybody else. They're all saying, yeah, you got another chance. Wrong.
And those are makeable at 36 and 34.
We saw Michael go a long way against Minnesota last year for a touchdown. You certainly know he has the capability to do that. 137 yards passing, 142 yards rushing.
Remember the NFL record that he already has, 173. Draw play, Griffith out to the 27-yard line.
Were they going for overtime?
Dan, I don't understand that. I mean,
well, they're taking a timeout. They should take. They have 3 timeouts. I mean, Michael Vick's.
Clock still running.
To me, clock management is a part of the game. I don't think a running play with Griffith is a good one on the first one. Now you're in a formation with Michael Vick, where I would think that you're going to let him have the ball in his hands.
Boy, and it burned a lot of time off that clock too. Now Vick in trouble, throws over the middle to Crumpler out to the 46.
Now you can do a couple of things. You can take a quick timeout, or you can get up and spike it. Take the timeout. There you go.
A sidearm strike from Michael Vick on his way down.
Yeah, well, he'll show you a little bit of strength right here.
Julius Pepper really literally grabs his right leg, and he still gets it off. And he really throws a beautiful ball. I mean, it's a tight spiral. It's a flick of the wrist. I remember watching him play in the Nokia Sugar Bowl against Florida State when Virginia Tech played. And I thought it was one of the most amazing things I've seen. I'm big on throwing spirals because you can throw it in all kinds of weather. This guy's just got the quickest release and the tightest spiral.
I'm just trying to figure out what range Feely needs to be in order to. I think if they have a chance to run it
8 yards, 9 yards.
Extra point.
Well, he's certainly not in his comfort zone tonight.
Well, he hasn't hit anything over 50, so that eliminates it. And he's, what, 7 for 9, under 40.
Well, on the season, 16 out of 24, which is only 66.7%. Not very good.
Now, if I'm the Carolina Panthers, I do not allow Michael Vick to sit back there and pick people up. I think you've got to blitz him. You've got to go after Michael Vick.
Can you believe this? It's been 8 possessions since an Atlanta wide receiver's had a catch.
Michael's run it every time.
Okay. But the funny part, in the first half, his wide receivers had all the catches. They had 7 of them.
I bet you $100 it's not a draw play.
I would really think that Carolina's got to bring some pressure.
Well, they got him spread out.
They've got him confused is what they've got him doing.
Yes, they do. There are guys running all over the place on defense, and here comes the blitz. Vick from behind throws, and it's incomplete. That one hit the ground at the 48. Intended for Terrence Edwards.
Michael Vick got tattooed by Will Weatherspoon.
I'm going to tell you
54.
what. I like what they just did, Carolina. Don't let him sit back there. Go man-to-man and fly. Look at Weatherspoon. I mean, he does tattoo Michael Vick. That ball's thrown low. But you can't sit there and try to get to him with those 4 guys up front. You've got to send at least one other person.
He comes unblocked. Who gets to be the lucky blitzer this time?
Second and
Weatherspoon.
10.
Here he comes again. Weatherspoon.
Same thing. This time Vick makes him pay. Michael Vick Peppers nails it.
Whoa! You want to see some speed? Julius Peppers, number 90. Weatherspoon comes in. He's not in control, but Julius Peppers was flying. Michael Vick. Here comes Weatherspoon goes down. Now watch on the left side of your screen, folks. Here he comes, number 90. He's the guy that knocks Michael out of bounds.
That's a 283-pound defensive end.
Yeah, well, with great speed.
And he set up Weatherspoon. Michael Vick felt the pressure, saw it coming, and just set him up with the spin. I don't think he set up Julius Peppers, though.
3rd and 7. Blitz again. Vick throws to Crumpler, first down. There is a marker down.
It's on Reggie Howard, and he was on Brian Finneran. Reggie Howard is number 23. It's at the bottom of the screen. This already is a first down.
Holding, 23, defense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is a first down.
They'll take the play instead of the penalty.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a great catch also. Look at behind him. Crumpler makes that catch behind.
I'll tell you, Algie Crumpler to me is a guy that you have to consider as a Pro Bowler. I mean, coming into this game, he had 33 catches, made some crucial ones tonight.
He has 4 in the second half.
Jeremy Shockey's gone for the year.
Vick trying to get to the outside, throws sideline. Price bobbled that ball. The officials conferring, no signal yet. I don't think they saw the bobble. They're talking about his feet being down.
Well, this has got to be called from upstairs now if they're going to review it.
But they haven't made the call at all yet. Now Bill Carollo comes over and he says, I saw it bobbled, it's incomplete.
The receiver bobbled the ball. By rule, incomplete pass, second down.
Nice call, Mikey.
Only had 1 foot down after he got possession.
Again, adjusting to Michael Vick. Remember, Peerless Price has been catching balls from right-handed quarterbacks for 15 weeks. And it is hard to adjust to somebody that throws it that hard and the ball has a different spin on it. That's one of the things he talked about.
Jay Feely's long field goal this year is 46 yards. So they would need to have a line of scrimmage at about the 29 to give him that shot. Another blitz. Vick takes off. And they got him this time. Julius Peppers. Now the ball is loose back at midfield. And the Falcons get it back.
And there's a flag on the play. Julius Peppers, I mean, he just turned around before this play and yelled at the defense.
This is going to be a face mask penalty against the Carolina Panthers. Oh, my goodness.
What a play by Julius Peppers. Now is it the 5 or 15-yard variety?
Julius Peppers, number 90. We saw him just a little while ago run Michael Vick out of bounds. Take a look at this move here. Here goes Julius Peppers. He's in the backfield. He's got Michael Vick. But they call a face mask against Carolina.
There it is right there. You can see it. Julius Peppers is hanging on to Michael Vick's face mask.
Now, if he turns his head, if they call it this could be a 5 or a 15. If it's flagrant, then it's 15. Julius Peppers is saying, no, I had him by the shirt.
This call could decide the game.
It made it a
face mask, 5 yards only behind the line of scrimmage. By rule, the foul happened behind the line of scrimmage. We'll walk 5 yards off and replay second down.
So it's not a first down.
If it were the 15-yard variety, it would take it to the 30. They'd be in field goal range. Vick's numbers, 166 yards passing, 145 rushing.
And boy, did the Carolina Panthers catch a break there. I think that could have gone either way.
Only 30 seconds left.
I like what they're doing, Mike. They're coming after him. They're not letting him, Michael Vick, sit there.
Atlanta has 2 timeouts remaining. All-out blitz this time. They don't get there. And Vick throws underneath to Crumpler. Algie Crumpler to the 27. The clock continues to wind.
Take a timeout, Michael. There they go.
Justin Griffith with a great block to pick up one of the blitzers.
Algie Crumpler making the plays that he's had to in the second half. Good job by Michael Vick, just staying in the pocket, not getting too antsy. And look at the block by Griffith, number 33. Dan Reeves said something about Michael Vick that I think is a telling sign of, will be a telling sign of maturity. He said, once people respect his ability to throw the football, then he will be dangerous and complete. And I agree with him. Right now, he's just an athlete, doing more athletic things than other people.
Now, here's my question with 20 seconds to go. Do you take a chance on a Michael Vick scramble? Do you run duck it a couple of times, pick up some yards to set up the field goal? What do you do?
I think they go, I think they stand back in the shotgun, do the same thing, and let Michael put the ball in his hand. He now knows what he has to do. Duckett doesn't see this ball.
Totally agree with you. I think it's all in the hands of Michael Vick.
From here, it would be a 44-yard field goal. George Lane is in the backfield. This is a planned rollout.
He lost yardage.
He did, and he was forced out of bounds.
You know, I just don't necessarily like the call. Let Michael drop back like he's going to throw, and let the linebackers get away from him. Let him go make a play. At least if he has the threat of a throw, he can throw the ball away and not lose yards like he did on that play.
You saw Feely had a career long of 55. This year it's 46. The spot of the ball right now at the 31, and Michael Vick came up limping at the end of this play. We saw him earlier in the game working on his right Achilles.
I'll tell you what, he's putting an awful lot of pressure on his ankles today.
And he's putting an awful lot of pressure on his place kicker right now. They have to try from here. Vick again, double pumps. Throws for Crumpler, intercepted.
Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, they got it. I was going to say dual possession goes to the offensive guy.
Deion Grant with a pass that was underthrown for Crumpler, and the Falcons, who looked like they were on the verge of winning the game, have the ball picked off inside the 5.
So you put him in the threat of a throw. Not necessarily throwing it. Put him in the threat of a throw and let Michael handle the football.
Overtime.
We saw the great interception by Jerron Bolden in the first half away from Steve Smith for Atlanta. Now, Deion Grant comes up with a big play here. Crumpler tries to wrestle it away, but he just can't quite get a grip on it.
And now Carolina comes out at its own 3-yard line with only 6 seconds to go in regulation.
Can you say OT?
Overtime in Atlanta.
Why not?
Well, you wonder about the call to throw the ball at that point, but Carolina, so used to overtime. They have tied an NFL record this year, winning 3 times in overtime. You had a long field goal, 47-48-yard attempt for Feely, who had missed 2 previous tries that were much shorter. So do you have confidence enough in your field goal kicker? Obviously not when you go with the pass play.
Well, the thing about it is that that pass play didn't have to be that deep. I mean, I know they didn't have the confidence in the field goal kicker, but about a 10 or 15-yard pattern would at least give him some comfort. But they couldn't. They would have had to have tried the field goal from there.
All right, gentlemen, we're going to play one sudden death overtime period. The first team that scores will win the game. Each team will have 2 timeouts. Replay will be controlled upstairs by the booth. It's an extension to timing rules of the 4th quarter. Who's going to make the call? 99 is going to make the call. This side is a head. The logo is a tail. What's your call?
Tails.
Tails is called. It is a tail. You've won the toss. You want the ball. Which end do you want to kick from? I'd stay right where you're at. Carolina has won the toss, and they will receive.
Brenson Buckner calls tails. It is a tail. Carolina wins the toss. They win this game. They take the division. Carl Ravitch and John Anderson standing by for SportsCenter when we're done here. Controversy in the BCS, and there should be. Our Sunday showdown, winners and losers, and Vick's season of frustration. 14-14 as we get ready to go to overtime.
All right, this is Atlanta's second overtime. They lost their first one this year to New Orleans.
Carolina is perfect 3-0.
They beat New Orleans in overtime, I believe.
Smart and Smith are deep for the kick of field.
Carolina beat over.
Rod Smart from the 4. Ooh. And stood straight up at the 21. Gerald McBurrows with the tackle. Let's go to Susie.
Well, guys, we've seen the level of effort and work that Michael Vick has given to his team tonight. We've also seen him possibly tweak that ankle. He's worked so hard to come back from. The trainers have been working with him. He has constantly been trying to stretch it, keep it loose. I mean, this is a big-time effort for somebody who's seeing his first full game action of the season.
Okay, Susie, if you're Carolina, what do you do on this possession? Well,
I'm not Susie.
Talking to you.
Oh, what I do, Susie. Susie keeps throwing the football. I don't think you just run it.
DeLome, quick screen to Smith. Buchanan is right there, takes him down at the 24.
I thought you asked Susie. I said, okay, no. Susie, what are you going to do? I figured I'll wait for Susie to tell us. She knows, she's down there.
Well, obviously they're going to come out and throw the ball and do some things, but but I would not forget about Stephen Davis.
No, but I don't think you want to punt the ball and give Michael Vick great field position. The one other thing about Michael Vick, when your leg is in a cast or when your foot is in a cast, the Achilles tendon gets real tight. And I think that's probably what's tightening up on him now. And causing a little bit of the problems for him.
2 wide receivers. Davis picks up 5 to the 29. It'll be 3rd and 3.
The one thing we do know is that the Carolina Panthers know how to manage an overtime period.
Yeah, and I just, I mean, that's just obvious. There's just no way that they want to put that ball back in Michael Vick's hands.
But they have to be so confident at this point, with 6 games decided by 3 points or less, and they're 6-0 in those games.
You haven't played against Michael Vick in any of those games.
Oh, look at Jake. Look at DeLone in the middle.
DeLone to throw on 3rd down. It's intercepted.
It's over.
Kevin Mathis. Touchdown.
Isn't it fitting, as well as this defense has played this entire football game, that they end up winning it?
And from the reaction of the team and the reaction of the fans, you'd think they just made the Super Bowl.
And what happened is Muhsin Muhammad started across the formation, and he just stopped. And Kevin Mathis didn't. That's what happens. That's how a receiver leads you into an interception. He's got to keep on running, or at least knock it down. The question is, does he cross the line? His knee hits the ground right there.
The ball's across. He's beyond the pylon. Don't start.
I'm not starting.
It's a touchdown.
I'm telling you.
They're all on the field.
It is a touchdown.
We'll review
Mathis,
the
a
previous play.
7-year defensive back out of Texas A&M Commerce.
They're going to review it, Michael.
I would be stunned if they didn't. That's their job.
It was that close.
But if you take a look at his knee, look where this ball is. The ball is there, his knee is down. The ball has already hit the pylon. He's beyond. All you have to do is touch the front end, just the front end of that white line. Right there. It's already over.
Yep. I agree. I do agree, Paulie.
Well, they rolled it a touchdown on the field, so they would have to overturn it. Here is a much better look, and I'm not sure that ball was across when his knee hit.
I think it is. I really think Mike's excited. But I really believe that the point of the ball crosses the line before his knee actually catches the ground.
But it's so close, I don't know that you could overturn it with that replay. It's been a long year for Dan Reeves. He got his 200th victory, including playoffs. This would be 201.
Well,
and he's 1-0 with Michael Vick.
If they don't give him the touchdown, he's got first and goal at the half.
That's right. And you know what's funny too is talking to Wade Phillips, their defensive coordinator. They felt like they won the last quarter last week against the Texans because with Michael Vick, it was 6-0 against Texans. And Dan Reeves has just got to be thinking to himself, this is what it could have been like.
Absolutely.
If Michael was healthy.
We're going to review whether the intercepting player stepped out of bounds.
Now they're saying it might be an out-of-bounds issue instead of the knee down and the ball not being across the plane.
All right, here it is again. He's in midair.
Now, you know, they can't be reviewing that.
No, they can't. I agree with you, Joseph. He's either the ball's across the goal line or not. If his knee hits, it's out of bounds, okay?
Well, but his knee is inbounds.
Right now. Now, the ball breaks the plane, and his knee, it doesn't make any difference he's out of bounds.
I think it's a touchdown.
Watch his left leg. See if it's out of bounds.
But there you see it doesn't make any difference. The ball's already crossed the plane of the goal line.
That wouldn't make any difference. I think the only question is going to be, is the knee down before the ball crosses the plane?
And I don't think you can tell.
I think it's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown. Come on, guys. It's 12 minutes after 12. Let's go home.
There's a lot riding on this.
All the Carolina Panther fans are sitting there saying, now, wait a second, Paul. Let's just make sure.
This would also be the first win of the year for the Falcons at home. These people here tonight at the Georgia Dome have suffered for the entire season.
Now, keep in mind, if the Carolina Panthers do lose tonight, this will be 3 in a row. But they have Arizona, Detroit, and the Giants coming up in their final 3 games. 3 teams that they are better than. You could also say they were better than the Atlanta Falcons. So this thing's not over by any stretch.
That's a blistering schedule.
Hey, Atlanta's got Indianapolis, Tampa Bay, and somebody else really good.
We have to go home. We have to go home now. Where's the referee? We have to go home now. Joe, just talking about somebody else is pretty good. There's just no question about this. Terry comes. Touchdown.
After reviewing the play, it's confirmed the intercepting player scored a touchdown.
Thank you.
And that may be the biggest standing ovation Bill Carollo has ever had. Let's go to Susan.
Michael, how would you describe what tonight's game was like for you?
Oh, man, it was wild. It was tough. This is what we anticipated, a great game, a tough game all game, and we was able to pull it through.
How much does this feel like almost a Super Bowl for the Atlanta Falcons this year?
It's a great feeling. You know, we only have 3 wins, but this one feel like, you know, it's the biggest one all year. And we fought hard for this one. You know, it's our first win at home, and we can't be more excited.
Congratulations.
The final score, 17-14. Check it, 20-14 in overtime for Joe Theismann, Paul McGuire, Susie Culver, and our entire ESPN crew. This is Mike Patrick saying goodnight from the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.